Greetings, fellow investigators, and welcome to our video podcast, Into the Darkness, where my friends and I play the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. I'm your host, Thom Raley. Tonight, it's back to a great one-shot from Reckoning of the Dead, which we have entitled The Ski Trip. The real name will appear in the credits at the end of the show. It was written by Noah Lloyd and Matt Ryan, and I am the Game Master. This is version 3. So without any further delay, let's begin our journey into the darkness. It's the winter of 1994, and a group of friends have decided to take a long-needed vacation from their boring everyday lives and travel into the wilds of Colorado for some epic winter skiing. Your bus drops you off at the ranger station near the edge of the Uncompahgre National Forest. You are hiking from Log Hill Village across the Colorado Plateau up to the Granger Pass and then down into a hidden valley beyond. It should be 3 days there and 3 days back, full of nature and snow and peace and quiet and thrills and maybe a few surprises. The first leg of your journey is a 10-hour hike up to the climber's shelter along the way. Since it's winter, there are no other hikers. The ranger warns you to take care. This is avalanche season, and they are quite common. He also mentions that should an accident befall you, the rangers would be glad to return your frozen bodies to your families next spring. You guys have gotten off you're in the parking lot before the trailhead.
I needed this.
Smell that air. It's fresh. And I can't wait to see those stars.
You boys ready? We got a hell of a ski ahead of us.
Oh, yeah. I think I could use it. Really could use it.
Hey, Walt, did you bring the beer?
Of course.
Hell yeah, brother.
Yeah, let's get as far away from civilization as possible. Just to get away from everything.
I wish I could bring my grill. I'd cook up some steaks.
Yeah, that sounds really nice.
You probably have a Coleman stove.
Oh, then we can cook up some steaks.
Nice. Or jet boil. Look at that.
Yep. Oh. It's been a while since I did something like this.
I've just been crunching all these numbers for too long.
So at the trailhead, the snow is pretty much evenly coated the ground, and it's fairly flat until you get, maybe half a mile in when it starts to slope upwards, the hike into the mountains.
You sure you can handle this, Walt, being 96 years old?
Fuck off. I'm more worried about hedge fund here. He's out of his element for sure.
Oh, he's scheming something.
I can handle this.
Just look at him. He's up to no good.
Yeah. You notice he wears all his clothes has like little logos from all the different like companies that he's invested in. So like this is a restaurant chain on his hat. We own some cover bands for the Doors now, guys. Check out. We got the bling bling for that. This scarf, this comes from like a company that gets the wool from South America. It's very nice. And you guys get this stuff as extras if you invest. Like these are little extra stuff you can have. It's not just funeral plans and dental policies. We got all kinds of nice little bits.
Yeah, no thanks.
And hey, we just got we're getting into bowl straws now. There's lots of money to be made in that.
I think I helped that company in bankruptcy court like last month.
Bowl straws? No, they're not. No, they're not. You must be thinking of somebody else.
I'm not going to use anything that used exploited workers.
Look at this.
No, these guys are paid. They're paid. No, it's all good. It's all good. Nobody's exploited.
You just
we got out of the chocolate stuff. It's dealt with. We're not going to touch it again.
You have more sponsors than NASCAR right now. Can you ever?
Yeah. Hey, I'd show you guys my boxers, but I feel a little bit weird about that.
So, Felix, how is the blood diamond industry doing these days?
Hey, we don't touch that stuff. As soon as it's ethical all the way through. You show me some paperwork, we get out of it.
Oh, sure.
Blood diamonds.
Or just signature.
Yeah.
He said all the paperwork.
This is all as clean as it gets.
All the paperwork that
smells
says
clean.
Don't ask in origin just says don't ask on every page.
So on you go. The trees start crowding in. And there does come a point where you can't really can't really ski at this point. You got to get up into the mountains now. The hike is not very steep, but it's constant, and it's gradually is taking you higher and higher. And because there's no other skiers this time of year, that it's some pretty deep snow that you've got to wade through, and you probably have snowshoes to walk across the top of it, but it gets pretty exhausting. I'd like you all to do con rolls.
Say regular success.
Pass.
Oh, I missed it.
Failed.
Okay. Those of you who failed are finding it a little bit harder than you thought that it was going to be, but it's really maybe 5 hours in that you are just a little bit tired. And you have to sort of decide to balance between taking a little bit of a rest and the fact that you want to get to the shelter before it gets dark.
Oh, you're already tired? We're not even there yet.
Jesus Christ, it's so goddamn steep.
My legs are killing me.
Gotta love that thin air.
Oh,
Make
yeah. I
sure
was
you guys are
ready for
eating.
this.
You have no idea how much calories you burn in this kind of cold.
True. I trust the doctor.
At this rate, we're gonna end up like the Donner Party.
Hell no.
Oh, who's got the lean meat on them?
Wow.
Sorry.
I mean, you hedge fund guys eat pretty good.
Mhm. I guess I'm a
They
little
do.
fat percentage. Yeah,
Not the first
I would
time
make
you
good
tried
eats
it.
now that I think about it.
Look, I mean,
I
if
wonder
you're
if I
tired,
could sell rights to eat me when I die.
Jesus. I mean, if
Yeah.
you're tired, guys, do you want to rest?
Yes, please.
I think we should. I think we
What
should.
time of day is it?
Well, it's probably about 1 p.m.
So we probably
Got
wouldn't want to
another
rest too
5
long.
hours. Right.
We just
I'll
to
set
be-
an alarm for like 15 minutes, then we'll be on our way.
I'm in pretty good shape constantly, chasing down criminals like Walt.
I'm a teacher.
Yeah, he teaches our youth.
I'm an educator.
teachers how to teach people how to ruin people's lives.
Come on.
He's not a chemistry teacher, Clayton. He doesn't know anything about how to make drugs.
And Skip over here always bailing them out.
I do what I'm paid to do. Whatever they
I've
need.
never hired you for your services ever in my life.
Well,
All right,
that's
look,
well,
I'm
you
going to
also
set
pay me
an
to be
alarm
quiet too.
on my Casio watch.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a criminal.
We'll be out
Felix,
in
do you own
15
that?
minutes.
Oh, no. Do you think that's worth getting into? Actually, no. There's some good Casio knockoff brands we might want to invest in.
Can you think of anything other than money? Or
No.
we're on this
As
trip-
long as I'm alive thinking, my investors are making money.
Carefully
I
get
have
some
to be
sit in
doing
the
it all
snow.
the time, or what's going
then
to
you
happen?
must hate how much money you're losing by not being in the office.
Oh no, I'm my brain's churning. Stuff's going through it. I'm going to come back with a list of stuff. If the Casio thing's a good idea, I'll think about it.
He's one of those people that makes money make money.
Yeah,
Yeah.
his money's already working for him.
So everybody do a spot hidden as you guys are sitting there for a few minutes.
Nope.
Success.
Oh,
I got a
That is-
success.
That's a hard.
99.
A normal success.
Okay. So those of you who got a success are sitting kind of on one side, and the others are sitting on the other side as you're sitting there. Those of you who made the success, you notice something maybe 50 feet away moving in the snow. It's almost bizarre from your vantage point. It's like there are a couple of snow warts. They're like bumps in the snow, and every once in a while you'll see them sort of lurch a little bit ahead, and they're sort of leaving a trail behind them. You're seeing them from an angle because you're almost at the same level as them, but it's very strange looking.
What the
Okay,
hell is that?
I'll elbow whoever's near to me and point it out. Clayton,
I have
what
a
is that?
banana in my mouth. What the hell is that?
A couple of snow goblins.
Snow goblins.
What?
It takes you only a couple of minutes, snow goblins, to realize that you think that they're rabbits, but they are also as white as the snow.
Ooh.
Man, that could be dinner.
Yeah, you ever have rabbit before? Rabbit stew?
I can't eat rabbit.
Why not?
My niece's rabbit peanut is just the cutest thing.
Oh, rabbit spaghetti. It's delicious.
I bet you peanut is as delicious as it is cute.
Oh.
A little bit of kosher salt.
I've fed him on my lap. I don't want to think about that.
All right, so apparently I've got a shotgun. I'm going to take a shot at it.
We all have
Okay.
shotguns?
Oh,
Cook it up tonight.
hey, relax, man. Relax.
Oh.
We can't eat stuff with shotgun bullets in it, right? I mean,
Yeah, that's not-
particles,
Yeah, that's
right?
true.
Yeah,
How
that's not a
else do
good
you
way
hunt
to.
the rabbit.
I mean,
wait a
did
minute.
one of us bring a bow?
Avalanche season, guys. Shotguns. Should be
Oh,
firing
yeah,
stuff
maybe.
off.
Oh, hedge fund here has a point.
Yeah.
Now I know why I hate the hedge fund.
I'm doing it. All right.
Okay.
All right, you're just going to shoot the
Can't
rabbit?
stop
Okay.
you. All I can say is it's a bad idea.
I had behind a tree, like behind him. So
I got a hard success.
Okay. Do a luck roll.
Oh, fuck.
Oh,
Please don't tell me you did do it.
I didn't quite make it, but I don't think I'm
No!
this really.
Okay. So, I mean, you're used to the woods. So you shoot your gun. You hit one of the rabbits, which squeals like the way rabbits squeal, and there is a sudden red stain on the snow behind it. And for a moment, you can hear the echoing of your shotgun through the canyons, and then you hear what sounds like a distant roar.
Oh my God.
See,
It sounds it's very muffled at first, like thunder, but then it grows in the amount of sound.
all right. See, it's distant. See, I got it out of the way, so that didn't happen when we were right underneath it.
these mountains echo weird. Or it's just a big mother
Okay.
rabbit.
Is there anything coming down the pike, as it were?
Well, you guys kind of hold your breath, wondering if you're going to see billows of snow, but you don't. And eventually the sound sort of lessens and
See, I got
quiet
us some
again.
food for tonight, and I made us a little bit safer from
I
Apple.
think I lost
Okay.
a year off my life from that.
I almost thought that the Rangers were going to bring our bodies down this spring.
So, Clayton, you go over to the rabbit, and your one of the pellets from the shotgun went right through its eye and into its brain, and it's sort of twitching there on the ground as you come up to it. But
I'll
the
finish it.
empty brain socket, empty eye socket is really rather gruesome.
Sure. Well, if it's still jerking around, I'm just gonna,
Okay,
not a
Snap.
sicko.
And just
Peanut.
about that time that you've broken its neck and you start walking back with its little bloody corpse, Walter's alarm goes off.
Oh, time to go. Time to move.
Dude, we brought enough Slim Jims. You didn't have to do that.
Rabbit protein, I will have you know, is very lean and nutritious.
Can't you not survive off of just rabbit?
Ass hedge
That's
fund
I wouldn't
seems to
wanna
know
own
everything.
any rabbits, no.
Yeah, I'm just thinking about lucky rabbit seed. I wonder if there's a market for that again.
I think I read somewhere that you can survive off of just potatoes.
No, you need rice at least.
All right, well,
Clayton,
let's get a
Clayton,
move
do you
on before.
Do you actually know the answer, or would you like to do an intelligence roll?
Oh, let's roll intelligence. Why not?
Yeah, let's fail. Fail.
So just Clayton.
All right. You got at least a hard.
From what you understand, yeah, rabbit's nutritious, but it doesn't have any fat or very little fat. So you can die of not getting enough fat in your diet if you're stranded.
Can I also apply that intelligence roll to my hunch about potatoes? What about
Yes, yeah. Potatoes. The Irish survived on milk and potatoes for
See?
yeah, it's got lots of vitamins in it.
Good old taters and rabbits.
All right, so on you go. You go for about another 3 hours, and the sky starts to become quite cloudy. And you are wondering if the weather is going to hold. You were warned beforehand that although the weather in the area is supposed to be fairly good, it can be quite tricky in the mountains. They have their own sort of climate and their own sort of weather around them. And sure enough, after another hour, snow begins to fall. It's lightly. It's not really blowing around or anything, but you're getting fairly large, clumpy snow falling out of the sky, which is very, very pretty, but also can build up pretty badly. And finally, after the last hour that you're walking, you can see the cabin on the side of the mountain.
It's going to be cozy.
Yeah.
It's going to be tight. 6.
The closer you get to it, the tighter it begins to look. You realize that it's all just basically a thin wooden shack with a tin roof, and there is no fireplace.
Oh.
This will be huddling together for warmth.
Well, 6 bodies in there ought to warm the place up.
How would they build a cabin
better
in the
hope.
middle of nowhere?
I
with
better
no
not smell your
fireplace?
farts.
Hey, we have pills for that.
There is it's basically a door in the front with a small window and a small covered porch, just around the perimeter of the whole thing. You step up onto it and it creaks loudly. You are honestly looking at this place, you're thinking you're surprised that it survived up here on this mountainside. It's got, a good foot and a half of snow on the roof. And doesn't look like it's extremely well constructed, but whatever. It does get you out of the snow, which is coming down now harder. There is no lock on the door. It's just a latch that you flip, and it lifts the board in the inside. And the door opens up. It's completely empty, except for there's a couple of what look like crates in the corners. There's room on the floor. There is a broom on the inside, which allows you to sweep out any dirt that's accumulated. But pretty much it's just an empty square area. What do you guys do?
Well, I want to see if anyone before us left some gifts in those crates.
All right.
There's not going to be any satin sheets and warm hand towels, all right?
I'd kill for a whiskey right now.
Brother, I have you covered.
Hell yeah.
By now, also, as you've come inside, it's gotten pretty dark outside. Okay, so it's very dark inside. What are you going to do for light? You probably brought 5 flashlights.
Yeah, I'll turn my
That would-
flashlight
that would
on.
make
Search around a little
sense.
bit.
All right, Walter and Craig, Dr. Craig, do spot hidden rolls.
Of course. A 37 out of 45.
That is a fail. 68 out of over under 50.
So, Doc, you're looking around. You don't really see much of anything. Walter, you're looking around in the crates. Lo and behold, you find a half-empty bottle of Jack Daniels.
Beautiful. A gift from our predecessors, and I'll hold it out.
Nice. Polishing that off tonight.
Yep. And that's the only thing in the crate.
That's it.
Directly in the center.
There'll be dinner tables then.
Yeah, sense of humor.
There is also evidence that maybe somebody cleared a spot in the corner and somehow managed to get a small fire going.
Is that safe to do
So
Inside the
floor?
cabin?
I wouldn't
Probably
recommend that.
not, but probably wasn't safe, but maybe they were really cold and kept a good look on the fire so that it didn't burn. It's the floor is scorched there.
Let's not do that.
Yeah,
What a
but-
dumbass.
What are we gonna do about that rabbit?
We can cook it
Cook
outside.
it outside.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Genius.
Okay.
Well, who's cooking?
I'll do it.
I'll help you clear out the area so you can cook it.
Yeah, I'll set up the insides for our sleeping bags.
Okay.
All right,
Never
I'm
seen
gonna
anybody
processing the rabbit and throwing the junk out far in the periphery.
Did we maybe like bring any like e-tool or anything like that, something compact so we could kind of move the snow out the way?
We can just, if we don't have something like that, we can just sort of like stamp it down with our feet.
Do a luck roll. Craig and Clayton.
No.
That is just a normal success.
Okay. We'll say that you were conscientious and you brought one of those folding shovels so that you could bury your own waste.
E-tool, cool.
Is that what that's called?
Yes, that's just for sure. It's called basically it's an excavation tool, but you can put it on a pack and stuff like that. It's lightweight.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, so you have one. It takes a while it's not very big, so
Oh no,
no, it's
it's basically a
the
takes,
fancy
latrine?
takes a
spade.
while.
Is there
I'm
a
sorry, what
bathroom?
was there is no bathroom. The
I'll dig you a
whole
bathroom.
outdoors is your bathroom.
Make
What are
sure
we
you
gonna
go
do, Felix?
away from the cabin if you're going to use the bathroom.
You can go right on Walter's bunk. That's all right.
He's not into that stuff.
All right, I'm gonna once you guys are done with the shovel, I'll borrow it to go dig a hole 100 yards away. Once you guys
Okay.
are done, let me know.
Is there any interesting landmarks within eyesight of the cabin?
The mountains all around you, the San Juan Mountains, I'm not sure that you can see Compagre Mountain from here, but yeah, I mean there's beautiful mountains. You're kind of on the slope next to a valley. You also know that tomorrow, if you guys are going to keep your schedule, let's see. Tomorrow you have to hike up to Granger Pass. You have to make camp on the other side, and then you might be able to ski for 3 or 4 days, and then before you have to hike it back out.
Clayton, I really have to go. Can I get that shovel, dude?
Sure. Hope none of you boys skipped leg day.
All right, are there trees nearby? Like I just want to go to the
Yes,
tree
yeah.
line.
There are
Okay.
trees everywhere.
Okay, I'm just gonna go behind a tree like 50 yards away and dig a hole and take care of my business.
Okay.
Don't fall in.
All right. So you clear a little spot in the front. You find some dead wood. You start a little fire, and with maybe taking the stick and running it through the rabbit. You cook the rabbit. The smell in the cold air is delicious. It's just one of those things that it's delightful because the air makes everything smell so much better. And eventually you come back in and sit down and I guess share the rabbit. Except Skip doesn't want any.
I ain't
Although Skip, it does smell really good.
I know it's
Just
conflicting.
Pick out the
but-
shot. It's okay.
No, I see Peanut. I look at its burnt corpse and I see Peanut.
Rest in peace, Peanut.
He has a peanut allergy.
Yeah.
All right. So you do that. How about the whiskey?
Yeah, I mean it looks good. I think we all want to split this bottle.
Yeah.
Fun night.
I'll have a swig.
So everybody's going to drink?
Yeah, we'll just pass it around.
Yeah.
Okay. I would
Well,
like
well,
you then all to do con rolls again.
We're hitting the hooch. Ooh, I rolled a 95.
Yeah, 93.
25 out of 50.
I failed.
0-1.
How
30 under
badly
50.
did you fail, Alex?
80 out of 50.
I'm just going to say that if you got over 90, you drank a little bit more than the rest. All right.
Did I ever
Rich-
tell you guys how much I'm just having so much fun today, boys?
Yeah.
Yeah, I love you all.
But Skip, how did you wash your hands after you went back there?
Don't ask questions you don't want answers to, brother man.
He didn't wash his hands.
Oh God, I'm glad we didn't share the rabbit.
Yeah, that's why I didn't eat it. But whoever touched the bottle after me probably got some residue.
So those of you who failed that, who got over 90, you can you're going to take a penalty dice on tomorrow for anything that you have to think. Not necessarily physical, but thinking.
I'm already not good at thinking.
Yeah, the guy who shot a gun immediately gets the penalty.
Listen, I fed us.
Not me. I had a nice protein bar.
Look, I'd use my teacher voice on you, but I wouldn't want to cause another avalanche.
Oh, scary.
Yeah.
Teacher voice.
So as you guys cuddle up and get into your sleeping gear and huddle, I mean, you guys are crowded on the floor. There's 6 of you. You eventually drift off to sleep. So, and of course, the ground's not greatly comfortable, but you guys are kind of used to roughing it. I would like you all to do listen rolls.
Oof. 80 out of 40.
I'm too drunk to hear anything.
You failed.
Fail.
Nope.
As a
Anybody-
fail, 86.
Everybody failed?
This is going swimmingly.
Someone's snoring.
That dice. All right. So you guys are sleeping. You guys are sleeping rather soundly. Jeremy. Something wakes you up. You didn't hear what it was. You're not quite sure what it was. But when you glance at your watch, which I assume has the illuminated dial, you can see that it's about 3 a.m. And then you hear creaking and what sounds like a footstep. You think there is something walking along the side of the cabin heading towards the front door. Something big and heavy.
I'm gonna grab my shotgun.
Well, wait, you're asleep.
Oh yeah.
Jeremy's the only one who's awake.
I'm gonna look over to my side and I'm gonna elbow Felix, the other money man. And man, there's
Honestly, officer, I didn't know. What?
something's coming. There's something out there, man.
If they start talking, then you guys all start to wake up and hear.
Dude, shut up.
She's
Yeah.
not asleep.
Go to bed.
Do we have bears out here?
Wait, be quiet. Be quiet. I hear something.
Bears?
Bears are all hibernating. Jesus Christ.
There's maybe they're hungry out here. Bears.
I pull my sleeping bag over my head. I'm terrified.
Okay, I'll get a flashlight out. Where did you hear it?
It's coming around the side of the cabin towards the front. It's probably right outside by now. I don't know what it is. Footsteps.
Hello?
Felix, just before you say that, as you are looking, there is a shadow that goes by the one window
Right.
near the front door. Whatever it is huge and hairy.
Oh shit! It's the government.
Jesus Christ, it's a Sasquatch.
Your mother?
No, she's not that hairy. She had the wax
Marine
treatments.
danger.
This is why I pooped earlier.
Like, fuck,
No, I
for
won't have to
real.
leave. You guys are stuck in there.
Oh, good thing I'm constipated.
Whatever
I would
it
have
is
myself.
whatever it is now at the front door, and remember, there's like no lock, so
Oh my god.
Oh shit! We're going to have to offer to drink or
Let's
something.
just
We
make a
want to
little
barricade
noise.
the door with the crates.
I've got my gun ready.
No, don't shoot him. That's terrible.
I didn't shoot yet.
I mean, bears don't have hands to open the door.
the latch on the door moves up rather violently,
Oh fuck.
and
Holy shit.
the door swings open, and against the backdrop of snow outside is this huge mountain standing in front of the doorway. You're just seeing the silhouette of it, but it's obviously got hair all over it, bristly hair sticking out everywhere. As it takes one big step over the threshold into the door and says, "Are you going to shoot me with that gun?"
If you keep walking forwards, yeah.
Hi.
What the fuck are you doing out here? It's 3 a.m.
Is this your cabin?
It's not my cabin, but I'm kind of ready for some sleep. And
Who are you?
he takes a step inside and turns around, and you can see that the hair is the fact that he's got like bear skins as his clothes and stuff. I mean, he's got regular clothes, but he's got a big heavy coat. He latches the door back and he says, "Carl Olson."
Huh. You mean Jeremiah Johnson?
Don't know who that is. He's rough. He's bearded. He just hasn't shaved in years. He's missing teeth in the front, and he's got a number of things. He says, "Any rabbit left?"
Is there? Maybe.
Probably not. There's not that much meat on a rabbit.
Afraid not.
Pity.
Oh, we got some Slim Jims.
Skip here has Slim Jims.
It's only for non-rabbit eaters. Sorry, guys.
Why are you here?
Like, Jesus Christ, there's 6 of you in here?
Yeah.
7 now.
I'll just take this spot over here then.
Yeah, I second what Craig said. Why are you here at 3
Why
a.m.?
are you here? And why are we not reacting to someone just walking in and deciding to take a nap next to us?
This is a communal space.
Yeah.
It's,
Anyone can come in here.
Oh, it is?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah. It's not
We don't
locked.
own it.
I'm sorry I almost blasted you. I thought you were some kind of Sam Squanch.
That's what I thought too. Holy crap.
Oh, so you're afraid of them Sasquatches, huh?
Well, yeah, they'll kidnap you and use you for mating purposes.
What are you reading?
Yeah, and
What
they
do you-
have no discrimination.
None.
What are
Wow.
you doing out here?
You live up these parts?
I live up these parts, yeah.
You live here?
But here, no, this is shelter. It's just too far. I was just tired. I just didn't feel like walking another 3 hours back to my
Which direction
cabin.
are you heading?
Oh, just back down the hill right now.
Oh, well, we're going back up the Granger.
You're going up to Granger? Granger
Yeah,
Pass?
when we wake up in the morning.
Why are you out here? You don't look like people who live up here. You look
This is
like
our vacation.
your vacation.
Yes.
My God, you guys are city folk.
that we
Does it
are.
look like it?
Mhm. Yeah.
You don't realize how dangerous this area is this time
Well, I
of year.
suppose you can tell us all about it.
I suppose I could. I could tell you lots of stories, lots and lots of stories.
Yeah, about Sasquatch.
Craig, can you pass him the flashlights? We can hold it under his chin while he's talking.
No, there used to be an old, I guess you'd call it a nightclub up these parts back in the 20s. It was built in the 20s. 1941. It was Club Oaks. You ever hear of it? As well, it was one of those places where the knobs and Nazis get together to have parties with the gangsters and the gamblers and all that sort of stuff. Burned down in the 1964. Was owned by a gangster named Tito McKeon.
Two colorful characters around here.
Well, he got in trouble with the mob and disappeared. His trademark was a big old diamond ring on his little finger, big old diamond ring. He, anyways, these Club Oaks had burned down in the 60s, and a couple of years ago, I knew kind of where it was, and I went exploring. And there's the thing that made it so popular was there was these hot springs. People like to bathe in the hot mineral water, and they were kind of in the sides of the cliffs. And they built these little cabanas, where you go inside and there's a cabana and you can, get yourself, take the steam and take the waters, as they say. And I found it. I found these places, and I was just kind of curiously exploring through. I found the foundations of the building, and I found these cabanas. And I went into one of the cabanas, and surprisingly, not surprisingly, maybe, it was still warm. There's still the water's flowing, but everything's all encrusted with, like inside of a cave. And as I was exploring, I found one of these cabanas had been all bricked up. It's bricks all done in one side. And it was obviously that there should be more to it than that. So I worked on it for a bit, and I cut my way through. The mortar between the joints was really easy to pull down. I worked a brick out, and then another brick, and I finally got to where I could see inside there. And by God, at the other end, there was a skeleton. And that skeleton was chained to the wall. And I thought, my God, I think I figured out what happened to old Tito McKeon. And I wondered if there was any treasure. So I worked that whole thing open, and it was still warm and kind of steamy and wet and slick all over. And I went up to him, and he had deposits of minerals on his head and stuff like that. And right there on his little finger was this big, gigantic diamond ring. So I reached down and I pulled it off, and I put it on my own finger. And as I was standing there, I swear to God, that skeleton started to move. And it started to move, and I was terrified. And I backed up against the wall, and that skeleton got up, and he came up to me, and he reached out, and he grabbed my hand in his and held it up, and he went, "This little piggy went to market, and this little piggy stayed home, and this little..."
You're too much.
Had me for a while.
So, were you serious about the hot springs, though?
Yeah, the hot springs are there. They're filled with the bones of angry skeletons.
Hot springs.
And you say
Nah,
this
that's all buried under the snow right now this time of year. Yeah, you don't have to worry. No skeleton's going to come in here.
No.
Old Happy Guns there is going to shoot him if get a skeleton. Make a clickety clacky sound on the porch.
I thought you were a snow goblin or something,
Nah, bears are asleep this time of year, and Sasquatch are all busy having sex with strangers that they find in the woods. So.
Mm-hmm.
What Sasquatch legends are you? Obviously, I'm listening.
They breed with people. That's how they make more Sasquatches. Aren't you reading the books?
No, not the right ones, I guess.
Just that makes no medical sense, by the way.
It doesn't have to make medical sense. It's nature.
I agree with the doctor here.
Okay, Sasquatches have dominant genes. When they breed with people, they make baby Sasquatches.
You guys been
Hey,
watching
look,
too
one of
much
our
Cat
publishing
Dog.
companies puts out some of this stuff. I've got some material back home. I'll give it to you guys.
Mm.
Well, folks, I have been walking for hours, so I'm going to get some sleep. I do apologize if I woke you up in the middle of the night. I didn't know you were here.
Oh, no problem. Just
Yep.
be careful here with Skip. He's not allowed within 500 feet of school.
Well, I may or may not see you in the morning because I usually rise up pretty early. I'm used to not having much sleep. But, you folks, you be careful out there. There's avalanches and there's, occasionally there's an animal that does wake up and get hungry and come looking for food. Besides, these mountains are weird in the winter, real weird, strange noises, and people disappearing all the time, probably just getting caught in the snow and freezing to death, but be careful.
Well, appreciate that. Careful is Craig's middle name.
And he makes some grunting noises and probably farts and rolls over and huddles up in his mound of bear skin and starts snoring way too soon. I mean, like, now it's going to be harder to go back to sleep.
Man, this guy's got life all figured out, huh?
Yep.
You'd
Yeah,
have
pretty
it
much.
figured out a little more if you had a CPAP.
Do you guys really think there's someone with the ring?
Do you
Sounds
see a ring on
plausible.
his finger? No.
You wouldn't. The
following your
skeleton
leg.
took it back. Weren't you listening?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, but those mobsters were pretty rich. There could be a hot springs around here somewhere. But
I'd be
like you
down to go
said,
to the hot
Under
springs.
snow, yeah.
under the snow, yeah, that's too. Man, if we found those hot springs, there'd be a serious opportunity. Ground floor guys, hot springs, mineral waters,
Oh,
a lot of
like
money.
the
could be
sauna at
made.
our gym.
Always the
Yeah.
entrepreneur.
You don't let stuff. If you let it lie in the ground, it's not worth anything. You dig it up, suddenly people are rich.
And bring it to the city where all the important people live.
Yeah, but you guys could get on the ground floor if we found something like
There's a value in keeping things primitive.
Yeah. Yeah. You're one
So-
to talk.
So anyways, after a bit, you all drift back to sleep. In the morning, I mean, depending on how tired you are, perhaps the people who lost the con on their who drank a little too much are the ones who are still asleep. But eventually, Carl gets up. You hear him rustling around, and he doesn't dare say anything. He just bundles up his stuff, and you get a little bit of a blast of cold air as he leaves. He steps through the door and bundles back out into the wild. Those of you who do slightly wake up as you're lying there, and it's still fairly early in the morning, he must have only gotten 3 hours of sleep. You can see that the wind is blowing and it is snowing rather strongly outside as he leaves. Eventually you wake up. It's probably about 8 o'clock in the morning. The cold tends to make you sleep too much, and the alcohol helps. But when you wake up, there has been a storm in the middle of the night at some point, probably just before he left. And there is a good fresh coating of snow all over the ground, much deeper than it was. It's actually coming up to the door. You have to kind of push the door open to get it open.
Oh, I gotta have a fucking headache.
Yeah.
Oh,
You all look like hot shit.
Smell like it too.
I wanna
That
Yeah, the
was
room
the mountain
smells.
Ugh. You guys
Mountain
want to
Man-
hear the dog?
Mountain Man didn't smell like he'd bathed in a while.
Oh my god.
So are we still hiking up this mountain while it's snowing? We
hell
got
yeah.
snowshoes.
I mean,
we
We
came up
got to
here
get up
for-
and now, because if we wait,
And then we're gonna set up camp while it snows. What's the What did the forecast look like? I suppose.
That's irrelevant.
Weatherman always lies.
True.
I thought you looked at the weather though.
I thought that was one of you guys.
I didn't look at it.
Just live a little. Where's your sense of adventure? Just strap on your skis and let's get up.
I
You're a whole
distinctly
ship for
remember
someone.
the email that said Clayton was checking the weather.
Email.
It seems
Never
like
checks his email.
It seems like all our own faults now. Okay.
Ugh.
So you continue, you get your gear together, you continue up the mountain. In some ways, it's easier because even like bushes and things have been buried. So you can literally walk right over the rough terrain on the smooth snow with your snowshoes. And you finally get up to Granger Pass, and you realize that it's like a really good time to go skiing. You've got half the day ahead of you. The slopes are beautiful looking all around you with fresh snow, fresh powdery snow. And you could ski for a couple of hours and still get to where you're going to set up camp.
Well, we might as well have some fun.
That's why we're here, right?
Yeah.
Sounds good.
Yeah, let's go for it.
All right. So you're skiing down into like a little minor valley. And it's not so bad that you when you trudge back to the top and then ski back down, it's takes you maybe 10 minutes to walk back up. You ski down, you take 10 minutes to walk back up. And you do that for a while. I would like you all to do spot hidden rolls if you're doing this.
Fail.
33 out of 45. Pass.
Okay. Once again, those of you who pass,
Hard success.
you've worked your way back to the top, and you're getting ready to go back down. And you notice the mountains are kind of there's valley, then mountain, valley, then mountain. You can see a big black storm moving in your direction over the mountains. You figure you've got maybe 20 minutes before it hits.
Holy shit. We gotta get back to the cabin. That little shack.
Cabin's 3 or 4 hours back there.
Oh, God. We gotta
make do what we got here.
It's gonna have to continue through. Oh God.
Well, let's keep going, and then when it's right on us, we'll just try to find some kind of shelter. Maybe
Is there a cave?
Yeah.
I
Looking
heard
for a
about
cave.
huskies just like digging holes in the snow and letting it cover them up.
Like a snow shelter? Yeah.
Yeah, but they have undercoats. We have skin.
You guys
Oh,
do
goats.
have like a 6-man tent.
Are we?
Yeah. We could try braving out in that. Just root it
There are
down.
trees.
Yeah.
Where we're headed, is there supposed to be a cabin where
No.
we're going? No. Okay.
No, you're expecting to camp out.
Okay. Well, we should probably get into some of the shelter in the timber line and then start to set up camp. I would hate
Yeah.
to have to set this up in the storm.
You don't find any caves, but there might be places where there are, sort of what they call lee stones, where the stones are sticking out of the ground like this, where you can shelter, get underneath it.
Yeah, Clayton, do we do the lee stones or do we do the tree lines next to trees?
Well, if we can find some combination of both, I mean, just the trees will break the wind at least. So if the wind starts whipping, the more trees between us and it.
All right, let's set this up quick. No dick measuring.
Okay.
All right. So I'll just have you do a collective luck roll with whoever has the best luck.
I have a 65.
I have a 65.
75.
Ooh,
Ooh.
Yeah.
Jeremy.
Yeah, that's a 35.
Okay. So you find a really good spot. There's kind of an overhanging rock. not like a scary overhanging rock, but just a place where the cliff kind of overhangs. And there's a lot of trees there as well. So you can sort of find a place where you can put up your tent, you can rope it off to the trees so that, you know, it's pretty strong, even if the wind comes up. And just about the time you are finishing up, the snow is coming, the wind is starting to pick up, and you start to hear thunder.
Thunder?
Thunder snow. This is rare.
I'm all thrilled, Skip. That's great.
Is that likely to start an avalanche?
I mean,
The gun will do it.
Yeah.
But you guys are in a spot where you think that if there are an avalanche, it wouldn't be coming where you are.
Okay.
You guys can worry about the thunder. I'm gonna go inside the tent and enjoy the sounds of nature.
We should probably build a fire now before it gets too hard
Okay.
later.
Good idea.
Okay, that's going to be a little hard because the wind is blowing. But we'll see. You begin to try to put together some sort of fire. There is a huge crack of thunder, and let's see. Skip is inside the tent. Where are the rest of you? You guys are trying to make you don't need 5 people to make a fire.
I'm helping make the fire.
All right, so maybe you guys are gathering some wood that you find, whatever.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's huge crack of thunder, and the sound of discharging electricity. You see one of the rarest events in nature. You see ball lightning. The crack of lightning comes down. There's literally these globes of brilliant light that are moving through the valley, making a electrical sort of sound. And one of them hits a tree, and the tree explodes.
what the hell is that?
Yeah, what is this?
It's a lot of lightning.
That's
I'm gonna try to get some pictures if I can.
Can we use pieces of that like exploded tree for the fire? Because some of it should still be smoldering, right?
Oh, good idea, Craig.
green.
Yeah, it'll be green, so it'll smoke. Really a lot of smoke. But yes, there are little bits of flaming tree here and there from the explosion. You hear another crack of thunder, but now it's moved farther away. Everybody except for Skip, who's in the tent. Although Skip, you might have come out of the tent when this happened. You heard it.
Yeah, I can. What was that noise? Ooh.
Yeah, tree just fucking exploded. Holy
Yeah.
You can all do spot hiddens again.
Nope.
Bill.
Regular success.
shit. I failed.
Okay. So Felix, you succeeded. You are looking where the tree exploded. You can see that it fell kind of against the cliff on that side, and fell down sideways and brushed a large swath of snow away from the side of the cliff on that side. There is something over there. It looks almost like a piece of metal, rectangular, large, on the side of the cliff, and it's flat, like a door, but a big door.
Ooh.
Rusty and in places, but shiny in other places.
I see money, guys.
You what?
I see money.
See shelter.
Maybe that's the cabanas. Oh, let's go check it out.
Sure.
All right. We just set up here, but
That's a better place to stay if it's
Should we
if it's
break
there.
the tent down?
yeah, we should break it down. I'll try to make a torch.
Well, hold on. We don't know what it is yet. So we're already set up here. We'll leave this. Go check that out because
It's about 50 feet away.
Yeah, it's close.
Yeah, we don't even know if we can open the door.
Oh,
All right, how
get it
about
open.
some of you go over there while I tend to the fire and make preparations?
Yeah, I'm going to head over because this is
I'll
a
go
hot
check it out.
space.
Okay. So you head over to this, and there's still a lot of snow piled against it. And at least part of the tree. But when you get up to it, you realize that it's a big, heavy metal reinforced door. There are definite signs that the cliff face here has been altered by not maybe by a little blasting, but by excavation. This door has been put into the side of this cliff. There is a border around it, which is obviously made of cement. So this doesn't look like your normal everyday. It looks industrial, big. And it's not closed completely. There's definitely a gap of maybe about an inch where over the years it has, just sort of opened a little bit. It's pitch black inside what you're looking at. But it does definitely look like a cave or something.
Well, with Craig's help, can we get the door open or just like shoulder it open or?
It would probably take at least two of you using your strength rolls and some sort of lever.
Well, I'll find, some pretty sturdy, broke off piece of dead wood.
Okay.
Help out.
So whoever's doing it, if there's two people that are doing it, you can roll strength rolls. Okay.
I rolled a 1.
56, but it's under.
I think the one does it.
Yeah,
Yeah. I mean,
you get a good lever. You start to pry it. There is that classical sound of metal sort of scraping, making that sort of noise. And you manage to get the door open about 1.5 feet. Shining your light inside, there's a cement floor and cement walls. This looks like you can't really see very far, but it looks like a cement hallway, or
I bet you DB Cooper's in here somewhere.
He had to spend his money on something.
I'm gonna yell at the rest of them. Is it good?
Yeah, it's solid.
I'm gonna stop. I'm gonna deconstruct the tent.
Doesn't really fit mob chic exactly, though.
No,
wood paneling or something.
You would think that the door itself is probably 20 feet wide and maybe 20 feet high.
Maybe this is an outbuilding of theirs.
Big, heavy, reinforced steel.
Huh. Let's take a look around.
But inside, all you can really see is concrete leading away from it. If you're looking inside with your flashlight, do a spot hidden roll.
Got it. I got a hard.
Okay.
Yep. 06.
They're not really clear, but there's discoloration. You think that there are tire treads, that this was a door large enough to move equipment in and out.
Oh, what?
But shining your light into the facility, you can't see anything. Your light sort of it runs out of juice before it reaches the far ends. It looks like a long corridor.
Did we know that there was a road system coming up this way?
Not that you've ever seen or heard of.
How'd they get a vehicle up here?
You think it was construction equipment, or what?
Maybe during the summer when there's
How big are the tire treads? Are they like regular car size, or like large tire treads?
Not large, but yeah, they're probably truck
Truck
size.
size.
These are this is a wheeled vehicle. not like tracks or something.
Correct.
Huh.
Hmm.
So, Walter, has everybody left you alone to unpack or pack?
I was
Your
still
help.
hanging up by the tent, so I was with Walter.
Okay.
Oh, never leave Walt alone.
So
Or
it will take you about a half an hour to dismantle the camp and move it.
So be it.
All the while the wind is blowing and it's very cold. And
All right. Maybe we should just abandon it. But then we're still here for a couple days. It's so
I mean,
goddamn cold.
I'm not trying to encourage you to abandon it. It's just going to take you.
We'll help you guys move it in here.
Yeah, I mean, we've got 6 people.
Yeah,
so
If you all do it, then it'll take 10 minutes.
Okay.
let's do that.
Come on,
Okay.
guys, let's do this.
All right.
We're moving the tent.
It's safe to keep it, I think.
Yeah, we might as well set up the tent inside.
Just 6
that
people
cave
pick
you
it up.
found, right?
Yep.
Well, yeah, but I mean, if we're already inside, we don't need a tent anymore.
Well, we
about for
still
the
want
rest
to
of our
keep it.
journey?
We want to keep it for the rest of the trip.
It still cost you $300.
Yeah, that's not negligible.
Can you make a fire near the door so we can be warm? Can one of you?
Well, it's concrete floor. We could certainly make a fire in here.
Yeah.
Is there any light switches or panels or anything?
You see
Like-
nothing like that.
Also,
Is there,
what was that? What'd you end up finding? Is that a good shelter?
It's a garage construction.
I'm not asking
Workspace?
questions.
Is there airflow in here? Like pretty good airflow?
I mean, not like the way a cave breathes. It looks man-made. It looks constructed.
I asked, so if we made a fire in here, would we smoke ourselves out?
Not if you did it right next to the door.
Yeah, the door's open. What is this? Some kind of nuclear bunker or something?
It does have the
Oh.
feel of something like that.
He was a
Military.
prepper.
All right. So it takes you a bit of time, but you move everything inside. You find that you can easily set up your tent. If you want to do that at the moment, you can do that anytime. What you are in is a rectangular hallway that seems to go off into the darkness. You don't know where the end of it is, but you can see that there are other large paneled doors and things farther down on the sides. There seems to be some metal reinforcement in places where the rock of the mountain itself was probably a little unstable. So there's large I-beams of steel going across. And of course, everything that you do in here echoes. Your footsteps, your voices. And the temperature is actually warmer than it is outside. You'd say maybe around 50 degrees Fahrenheit inside.
Pretty
Still
balmy.
cold, but not freezing. So what would you guys like to do?
Well,
Yes.
setting up the tent is a really good idea. So can have it there. That looks kind of scary. And I'm gesturing towards the darkness and the deeper underground area.
Hope that mountain man's all right.
We should probably search it in a little bit just to make sure, because there's no telling what's in here. There's something this big, it could be a bear down here sleeping.
I agree.
Another Carl Olson.
Well, I mean, Bear's not going to open these doors. But I'm going to go farther in, look around.
Yeah, I'll go
Okay.
with you.
Yeah, I'll follow.
You find that the hallway goes in about 100 feet, and then it ends in a cement wall. There are, however, regular people-sized doors in the back of it, and there are a number of it's odd looking. They almost look like combination locks in order to get through the door. The doors are pretty rusty, though. They're not push pads because that's a little bit too modern technology for this facility.
If we get like a log, we could probably like bash them open, or at least bash the locks off.
These combinations, are they like numbers
Or is it like a spin
that
dial?
we can read, or is it in some alien language?
No, it's in English. In fact, go ahead and do a spot hidden.
Whatcha? Ooh,
Yeah, I got it.
58. Failed.
You find some serial numbers on things that you don't really know what they mean. Does anybody else want to try and take a guess at intelligence roll?
Yeah.
Or
Oh, I got it. I was going to do that with my penalty die.
Yeah, same.
that is a hard success.
I rolled a 1 and a 91.
I rolled a 95 twice.
I'll roll, even though mine kind of low.
Failed.
Well, Doctor seems to recognize something. You think this is U.S. military?
Oh.
Maybe Army stuff.
Walter was
Yeah, I
right.
think I've seen this before. So maybe. So I just started like doing like the numbers in my head. Can I try to open it?
Sure. Do a luck roll.
That is a normal success.
Okay. It takes you, 10 minutes. You kind of become obsessed with fiddling with it to see if you can get it to unlock. You listen to it clicking inside to see if you can do it. And eventually there is a click, and you try the door handle and it opens.
Hey, nice job.
Seems like you've done that before. Where did you learn how to do that?
Hey, medical school ain't cheap, okay? What can I say?
You get a
when
gold
it-
star.
When it opens, there's a bit of a sort of sound as the atmosphere inside and the atmosphere outside, equalize. What you're looking into with your flashlight now is it almost looks like offices. There are glass fronts on the offices or glass windows looking into the offices, but you're all behind doors. So it's another hallway. There are what look like incandescent light bulbs at intervals going down, although nothing is lit up. So it's dark. You can also see there's a good thick layer of dust on everything. There's also some odd pieces of paper here and there that seem to have been dropped and just left where they fell. Gives you the impression that whatever they were doing here, they got out quickly.
The allegations got to him.
Yep. I'll take a read on one of them, see what they say.
Maybe there's a generator.
The papers that you find are almost incomprehensible. They're all, military documents, and when you read through them, there are requisitions for water rations and requisitions for food supplies and things like that. You get the impression that there was maybe enough food and stuff here to shelter quite a few people.
Is there any medical documentation or anything like that?
Well, not where you are here, but the facility looks like it's quite extensive. There you can see stairwells going down here and there.
Was they have a generator someplace?
Yeah,
Possibly.
it'd be
You
pretty
do
awesome if we got
see
power.
do see large cables running, up above on the ceiling.
Why don't we track them backwards and see if we can find the generator?
Yes. What a find, gentlemen.
Oh man, yeah. Can see some tourist possibilities with this.
Okay. Let's have Walter leading the way. Walter, do a sort of luck roll. Or if
Sure
any
thing.
of you have electrical or mechanical engineering.
I failed the luck roll.
Okay. So you are wandering, but you're finding that these cables branch. You don't know to go left or right.
I have an okay electrical repair. Would that do anything?
Sure. Yeah, you understand how it works and stuff.
I got a hard.
Okay.
Nice.
So you're following it back. Your first impression, well, it's not your first impression, but your impression as you're going along here is this stuff looks pretty old. You can guess probably late 30s, early 40s, probably pre-World War II. You're following along, and you realize that there's probably a small chance you could get completely lost, but obviously the facility doesn't go on forever, so you would eventually find one another once again, even if you did get separated. You see that the cables go down a stairwell, and they are metal stairs going down. Gonna go down?
All right, boys, come on.
Yep.
Yeah,
Right
let's
behind
all
you.
stick together.
Sure.
Okay. As you were going down, you come to an area where there is a junction. There are signs on the walls. In one direction, it says generator room, and in the other direction, it says the well.
The well?
The
Well,
well.
I know we're looking for the generator, but the well? I'm curious now.
Fresh water.
Remember, you are all in still the dark, except for your
That's-
flashlights.
Let's get the generator going before we do anything else.
I mean,
Some
well,
kind
could
of
mean
like
a lot of things.
hydroelectric.
Well, I mean, well could mean a water. It could mean like a pit.
I mean, there were springs on this mountain.
Yeah. Could just be a fresh water source for them.
All right. So which way?
Generator.
Yeah, let's get the power
generator.
on so we can see what we're doing.
All right. So you get to the end of the hall where it said generator. There's a couple of steps down, and it opens up into a large room. You can see that there are panels, all over the wall, and a sort of a tabletop panels. There is a large glass window looking into a dark room, and when you shine your light through the glass, you can see there are what look like maybe 6 or 8 big giant generators going off into a large room. There's also a little bit of indication that it's warm in there, warmer. So maybe like you thought, what is it? Geothermal heat.
Boy, if nothing else, we should stay down here. It's a little warmer.
Do you want to fiddle with the panel and see if you can?
Yeah. Should I
If you
roll
can
for
turn
that?
it on.
Should I make a roll for that?
Sure.
Don't kill yourself.
That's another success on electrical repair.
Okay. You look at it, you don't understand a lot of it. You don't know what the gauges and everything are for, but there's definitely something that would indicate that, well, if you just flip this thing up, that seems to be something that might activate everything. You gonna go ahead and flip it?
Hell yeah.
You flip it, and there is a humming sort of sound that begins, and you can feel a vibration, under your feet, like something suddenly spinning, very, very fast. And there is a sort of banging click, click, click as the lights in the generator room all turn on, and the lights in this room turn on, and the gauges all start to light up, and everything comes to life around you. The whole facility sort of seems to come to life. as you're there inside there. You can see that there are filing cabinets, and you can see that there are papers here and there, and there's also a map of the facility, which seems very extensive. There are medical labs that you see. There are places, recreation places for the people who are staying there. There are things. This doesn't look like a bomb shelter. It looks like some sort of research facility.
Man, what were they making down here?
Let's go check
Felix,
out
take a picture of this map. And then I'll take the map off the wall.
Oh, it's like in the
it's
wall. It's
okay.
Not a paper map.
Well, he's got a picture, so.
I want to check out the well.
Sure. I mean, we're stuck
do it.
here for
Yeah, we're curious.
God knows
Might
how
as well
long.
explore.
Okay. You go back into the hallway. You go down towards what it says is the well. There are, once again, a couple of metal steps down, and you go through some double doors. And this room is circular. You can see that there are doors going out ahead of you and to either side. And in the center of the room is a hole. Looks like it's maybe 20 feet across. It has a railing going all the way around it, a big heavy steel railing. And do you approach it?
Yeah.
Is there any other machinery that's on?
Not in this room, but there are observation rooms that are attached to it with windows looking into this area.
Could I go there to just check to see if there's any documentation?
Good idea.
I'll
Sure.
follow Craig.
There's a nuke
Okay.
at the bottom of this thing.
That's just before atomic power, though, right? It's from the 30s.
There's experimentation with nuclear power.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Can we see the ceiling?
Yeah, ceiling's just like 20 feet above your head. Are you going to approach the well?
Yeah.
I'll walk up to it.
Okay. Walk up to it, and it's kind of, I mean, it's a little unnerving because it just seems to be a smooth hole in the cement. You come up to the railing and you kind of lean over, and the light doesn't reach the bottom. You can't see how deep it is. Either that, or there's kind of a mist, a very light mist that obscures your ability to look down. When you shine your flashlight down, your light only goes down so far and just dissipates to the point where it's still pitch black down towards the bottom of the pit.
Can we drop something down it?
Yeah, let's drop some.
Would we have like glow sticks or
I was
flares
gonna
or
say
something?
flare, but I don't.
I don't think you would have glow sticks, because you're very likely, if you're hiking, you might accidentally just break the glow stick in your backpack.
Is there like
Is there any apparatus set up around the well? Like
Nothing.
the researchers? Nothing. Okay.
Nothing.
Does it look man-made or natural, this hole?
It says cement floor, so it's just, you think it's just a cement hole. There's also no ladder or anything like that going down into it.
is there any sort of like a smallish, maybe like half a pound in weight, like object somewhere? Like
There are offices everywhere. Most of them are fairly cleaned out, but do a luck roll and maybe somebody left a stapler or
no.
yeah, they've cleaned it out pretty much. Dr. Noble, you wanted to go look in one of the offices and see if you could find anything. So you don't find much, but occasionally you pick up a piece of paper, and one word that keeps coming up is Project Boreas, Boreas. But other than that, it doesn't really give you much. But apparently whatever they were working on was Project Boreas. Do a spot hidden for me, though.
train me dice. Three zeros is a bad, right?
That's usually pretty bad.
Could I also roll? I'm with him.
Sure.
97. That's also a fumble.
Oh, brilliant. You guys bump heads?
Yeah, they're both trying to look at the same thing.
We need to
bump
go to
heads.
Vegas immediately.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. So the other four of you are looking down into the pit, but you can't seem to see. The light doesn't seem to penetrate very well down there.
Do we hear anything?
You hear nothing at all.
What was the Roosevelt government doing here? It was a make-work project.
Does anyone have anything in their backpack that we can drop down? I want to know how deep this thing is.
Yeah, we're gonna have something expendable. Anything.
Slim Jim?
Something that, I mean, I wish, but I need to eat those.
Well,
I can't show them where I'm hiding them.
All right. Well, let's say,
How about 2-day-old jelly donut if you want it?
it's not going to make much noise when it hits. Just do a luck roll, and we'll see you find something.
I rolled a 9. Do I find a
Okay.
tent stake from when I was setting up the tent?
Okay, yeah, you got a 10 stake in your pocket, which I don't know why you put it there, but you did stick it in your pocket, and now you.
hey, is that a tent stake in your pocket?
He's always
Yeah,
happy
well-
to see you.
Yeah, wouldn't you like to know, Clayton? And I drop it down.
Okay, we'll shine a light on as it goes down.
All right. So as it falls, it very quickly disappears into the darkness. Said the words. But you hear it clang, and you think that it's actually hitting the ground, maybe only 30 feet down.
All right.
So it's odd that you can't see down there, but it definitely clangs, and it sounds like it's a flat floor because it scatters around for a second when it hits.
And this is some Black Ops government shit.
Why do you think there are observation chambers around this thing? It's the
Performance reviews of the employees.
Maybe what the room we're in is like dangerous or something. Do we really want to mess around here?
Is there any unusual smells?
Yes.
Do a smell hidden.
Okay, smell hidden. What's that based on?
Smell him?
Kind of like spot chicken.
Spot chicken?
Yeah, spot chicken.
Well, I rolled a 35. I don't know what I'm rolling against.
You're all a spot hidden.
Oh, I made it then. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, there's a faint, fetid sort of smell like decay.
Like there's something dead down there?
Well, not necessarily down there, but just sort of in the air. You thought at first maybe it was just stale air, but it actually, you smelled it more when the other guys went through the door into the observation room to look for stuff.
Okay, I'll let my nose lead me in that direction, see if I can figure out the source.
So it leads you to the door, the double door leading out of this room.
Mhm.
And you're in the hallway right outside where the doctor is. It's not quite coming from there, but it's coming from farther down the hallway, and it is getting a little bit stronger. Now, when I say that, I'm not saying that it's getting stronger as you are taking time. It's just getting stronger in that direction.
Walter, do you want to come with me?
Let's go get it.
I mean, I'm
Where you
sticking
going,
with the main
Felix?
group, so
We're
I think
gonna
we're
go
all sticking together.
We're going towards the smell of death. Just
Well, we'll find out what happened, right?
Hell
Cover
yeah.
my mouth with my scarf.
Dr. Noble, do a observation, a spot hidden. We really need a couple new things in Call of Cthulhu.
I don't think I've passed one spot hidden. Okay, that's 12. So
Okay. Well, you glance at your sort of copy of the map that you made, and you realize that's going towards the medical facilities.
Oh,
ears perk. Let's do it.
okay.
You just want to see some crazy dead body or something, Doc.
No, I just want to see if they left any documents.
Yeah, it's something about what's going on here.
All right, this better not get us killed.
The money value of this is dropping steadily, though.
We could do tours.
I don't know, real estate. There's a huge
That's
facility
true.
here.
Yeah, we could repurpose it. Get the smelly stuff out.
So you go a couple of, maybe 100 feet more down this hallway, and you do come into it says medical bay. Once again, very similar. The rooms are partitioned, but they have glass windows in the front so you can see in. And you get to what you think at first is a morgue. But because what you're seeing large metal tables with bodies on them. A closer glance through the window at them, they are all desiccated, obviously, if they've been here this long. But that's definitely where the smell is coming from. And the smell is once again, it's not like a fresh, decayed, horrible smell. It's just been here for a long, long time. And it's a musty, dead smell. You guys go into the medical bay.
What the hell were they doing down here?
Yeah,
I'm
what
not
was
stepping in there.
Needs some more. Oh, it's
I'll
all
step in.
long dead. There's nothing
Is this safe
dangerous
to
in there.
breathe in, Doctor? I mean, Craig?
Yeah, is it safe to breathe?
Yes.
All right, let's go in then.
Says the doctor.
I'm watching from the door.
I trust
Alright.
the doctor if he says it's safe to breathe. Safe
So,
to
Doc,
breathe.
you go in first and you start looking around. And this actually looks like you would guess, a fairly high-tech medical bay for the 1940s. Each table has a body on it. There are a few tables that don't have bodies, but there are maybe 7 bodies in here on tables. And as you approach them, despite the fact that they have been desiccated, they all seem to have died in one way or another. Few of them look like they were burned, maybe electrocuted. They all show signs of what you would guess would be electrical burns, because let's say the hand will be blackened and it will gradually get not blackened up the arm. And then there may be another part on their leg where whatever jolt of electricity exited their body.
Doc,
Oh, no.
with that lightning we saw outside, could that do something like this?
I mean, lightning could definitely do something like this, but lightning doesn't strike people, but rarely.
Oh yeah, okay.
Certainly not 7 bodies.
No, you're right. Trees are another matter, but people,
So as I'm looking at these bodies, is it coming off to me as something normal?
Only if they were playing around with electricity. Or maybe they were all killed at the same time, but it doesn't really, it's impossible to tell that because these are old desiccated dead bodies. They're dry.
Do I find anything on their bodies? Like, are they still clothed?
No, they're not.
Okay.
They've obviously been brought here for examination, but none of them are cut open either. So it's not like they have autopsies performed on them.
So they left in a hurry.
So what are the rest of you doing while the doctor is examining?
I'm watching from the door. Curious.
Is it just the one room with all the bodies in the or is there another?
There are other medical rooms, but they seem to have brought the bodies here.
I'm just aimlessly picking up clipboards and reading them, trying to understand, but to no
Okay.
avail.
Skip, do a luck roll.
Phil.
Okay, you're just finding unimportant documents, although you do find a cup listing listing names of people, and the cause of their demise, which is always electrocution. It seems to indicate there may have been more people in here than just these 7 that were electrocuted.
I hand it to Craig. Looks like they've all been electrocuted. Did you know that?
Yeah, I mean, but can I like look at the time? Like there's a time of death they all correspond with each other?
What it does show you is that this happened around 1939. You don't find any timestamps or years later than 1939. So you think that might have been when the facility was abandoned. These people did not die on the same days. They died in some cases a day apart, in some cases 3 or 4 days apart, throughout 1939. Looks like they were, took a couple of months for all of these people. Something happened. Some accident kept happening.
Does it show their rank on the paperwork?
Sure, but they were all enlisted.
How low?
Well, they're not newbies. They had special clearance to be in this facility. Almost all of them had a good deal of mechanical engineering. But there is something. I'm gonna put it up to a luck roll for you to see.
That it's just a pass.
Okay. They all had degrees in, I guess you would call it meteorology. They were all concerned with weather. They all knew things about the weather.
It looks like they got it wrong, as usual. Okay.
Does anybody have Greek or Latin?
God, no.
I have Spanish.
Spanish?
Spanish.
Yeah, Spanish as
We all
well.
have Spanish.
All right. Let me check that. Hold on.
Maybe we all took a Spanish class together. Maybe that's a
Yeah.
common like.
That's
It
where we
would be
met.
hilarious if medical records were randomly in Spanish.
I do have an education at 80, so I could say I went to a fancy Latin elementary school. I don't know.
Fair point.
No,
I have
Spanish
a 50
doesn't
in
work.
boat.
Yeah, no, doesn't seem. Actually, Dr. Noble, you are a medical doctor, so you would have Latin, basic Latin.
Just tell me what I have to roll.
Do
on.
an idea roll.
Okay, and that's against intelligence, right?
Right, correct.
Okay.
Does anybody have a cult?
Yeah.
Basic.
That is an 80. Could I spend 10 luck to make it a pass?
Sure.
Okay. All right, gonna mark that down for my death there. All right.
All right. You keep running across Project Boreas. Boreas is the god of the north wind. You find it in other bits of English when they're referring to the north or the north wind or the storms from the north, Boreas.
And I'm seeing this in the documentation.
Yeah, you keep finding.
So how, like, can you like give me a little insight on the context of how it's being written? Like, is it like how we as enthusiasts would talk about like Call of Cthulhu lore, or are they talking about it like it's true and they're operating under that assumption that it's true?
It's like they named the project after that for some good reason.
Okay.
If you guys are you guys going to spend any time in here looking through stuff or reading stuff or trying to figure out what the hell was going on?
Yeah,
I'm nosy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep reading.
I'll have you all do intelligence rolls then, except for Walter, who's just standing at the door, fanning himself with the door.
nope.
I managed to get that with my penalty die.
Ooh.
Rolled a 100.
Great. Good job.
The
Too
first
many
one.
100s in this game.
That is a hard success.
So as you guys are sifting through some of the bits and pieces of literature, and you keep running across this Project Boreas, it becomes clearer and clearer that it seems like they were trying to control the weather. Alex, Walter, do a listen roll.
Of course.
I guessed your secret name.
No, I failed. 77.
Okay. Walter, as you're standing there next to the door, it's spooky. Okay. You're in this big, gigantic abandoned thing. You're stuck in to give you an idea of the feeling. It's like the back rooms. It's creepy. You think you hear a noise.
Behind me?
Yeah, somewhere off in the facility.
Oh my God.
Not loud. It's very faint, but
There's
it freaks
I
you
heard
out.
something.
Yeah, go check it out, Walt.
Fuck that.
I have every confidence in you. You can do this.
Oh, well, someone's coming with me then.
What did you hear?
I heard something move deeper within the facility.
Fine. I mean, I'm not getting anything out of reading these books, so I might as well come with you.
Anyone
Nice.
else? Any other
Guys.
takers?
Yeah,
One
I'll
more.
follow along. I'll follow along.
Great. Let's go.
Maybe we should all stay together instead of splitting.
You have no concept of where the sound came from. It could be in any direction.
Maybe we should
All right. Maybe
Just be
while
careful.
researching, I'll stand with you by the door to steal your nerves.
okay. Yeah, I'd like that. Thanks.
You hold hands?
No,
Little one squeeze.
no, I give him a pat on the back.
Okay.
Greg, how were they trying to control the weather? I don't understand how that's even possible.
Yeah, I'll read a little bit more to see like I mean, I'm not a meteorologist, but like I
You're the
watch
smartest guy in the room to me, so that's why I'm asking you.
I watch a lot of Discovery Channel, so I'm gonna read through the documents and see like if I can kind of pick up what they're throwing down.
It seems like this is going to take you an hour or so to start putting this together. But it starts to seem like each of these men in this room were involved in the project and something went wrong and they were electrocuted as a result. But it doesn't say what. It's almost like they are purposefully redacting their own input. They're not putting down exactly what it's probably highly classified. In fact, you don't find any classified documents, but you find some folders with classified on it. But people like to keep those for souvenirs. Skip and Walter, you guys are near the door. You've been standing there now for an hour. Do a listen rolls.
Yeah, I'm on edge. I don't like this.
I've
I
slid
passed.
down to the floor. I'm like sitting with my back to the wall.
I passed.
You passed.
Oh, I rolled a 1. Holy cow.
Oh,
100 to
Holy
1.
crap.
Excellent, Skip. That makes up for your 100.
Yeah.
In the moment, both of you sort of grip one another because way off in the distance, you hear somebody go, "Help me, please."
Go help.
Sort of,
Jesus.
it echoes down the hallways.
Get him, Skip.
I get up.
I would like you to
Guys.
do sanity rolls for that because it freaks you out.
I passed.
Passed.
All right. Just take 1 point of sanity damage.
There's not supposed to be any other hikers.
Everyone, we swear we just heard someone say, "Help me, please."
Was it Carl?
Didn't sound like Carl.
What did the voice sound like? Was it male, feminine?
It was kind of high. It would be higher pitched than Carl, definitely.
Didn't sound like Carl.
But it sounded like a male.
Sound like
Yeah, I'm a little spooked. Is there something I can defend myself?
Are we all aware of this now? Did they sort of tell
Yeah,
us?
I told you.
Yeah.
All right,
I
I'll,
really
I'll
think we
join them. I'll have my shotgun.
Craig. Can
Do
you
we
take
only
us
have the
to
one
boards to
shotgun?
go?
I think we all
I
have a
think this-
shotgun, don't we?
Did you carry the shotgun with you, or did you leave it back at your camp inside the door?
I don't.
I feel like I would have been getting creepy enough vibes to maybe carry it along.
Okay. Yeah, that makes
How many-
sense.
How many shotguns do we even have?
I didn't bring mine. I would have left it in my bag.
Yeah,
Well,
mine's
okay.
probably in my bag.
Bowling.
Yeah. I mean, you were aware there are wild animals, so you would have brought some sort of protection. All right.
Is there a fire axe?
Guys are. Oh, yeah, I'll give you that one. There should be fire axes here and there. There should be firefighting equipment.
Yeah, I'll take a fire axe.
Okay, grab a fire axe.
Yeah.
So, what are you all going to do? Especially the people I wasn't just talking to, but the doctor and Jeremy and Clayton. And are you going to go with them?
Yeah, I'm curious about who's calling out for help.
Yeah, me too.
I think so.
Yeah, I think we should just stick together, guys.
All
Yeah,
right.
I don't want to stay in this room full of dead bodies
Yeah,
anyway.
nobody wants to stay in a room full of dead bodies.
So for
I'm going to
all-
collect those confidential envelopes because they're collector's items. I can sell them on the market later, though.
So you get outside the medical facility and you go back into the hallway outside. And just about that time, you hear, "Dear God, get me out of here." And it's coming from the direction you came from.
The direction
The
we came.
well?
So the medical lab that we were
Back
just
towards the well.
The well.
Oh.
Does it sound like someone who's in a well? Does it have that kind of noise?
Well, you're too far away. It's just sort
Oh.
of echoing down the hallway in your direction.
What kind of shit is this?
Someone follow us and then fall in?
They need help. We've got to help them.
Yeah, we gotta find out what's going on. You're right.
So you're about halfway then back to the well, and the voice is louder. And it says, "Get me the fuck out of here."
No.
Who would be alive after 70 years?
Is it
Down
the
here.
same voice that we heard coming from the original direction?
Yes.
How are they doing that?
I don't know. Let's check it out.
Is what they're saying, is it repeating? Or is it coherent thought?
Well, it didn't say the exact same thing all three
Yeah, it said
times,
other
if that's
stuff.
what you're asking.
Okay, well, when do we yell ahead? Who are you?
Your voice goes unanswered. You get back to the well, and about that time, the voice goes, "For the love of God, please get me out of here." And it's coming from the well.
It's my professional medical opinion that I'm getting a bad vibe.
Yeah, it was.
Your spidey sense is tingling.
There's.
Hey, is there-
Unless somebody followed you in and fell in the well.
It doesn't seem likely, does it?
Are there any tent stakes down there?
Yeah, we threw one down.
I mean, are we going down there?
That would be great if it's buried in their forehead when we pull them up.
It was
Well,
probably woke them up. You hit them in the forehead with a tent
well,
spike.
but this place has been sealed for
How are we
Yeah,
even gonna get down
60
there?
years,
Yes.
50 years,
Is there a ladder? No, there's no ladder.
I'm
and there's
very
no way to
bugged out.
get down there or up there. 'Cause there's no ropes
Perhaps if
there.
there was barracks, we could use the bed sheets. But like,
There's probably a you mentioned fire equipment. I bet you there's a hose,
Fire
on the
hose?
wall, a fire hose on the wall,
yeah,
curled
this
up.
fire hose is going to be like 50 years old. But
Who cares? They're climbing it, not us.
true.
Help me, please! I fell in. Help
All
me
right.
get out. Help!
When did you?
Is
when did you
anything
fall
broken?
in?
Are you
Help!
bleeding?
Help!
He's not answering us.
We're not going to help if you don't answer any questions.
I don't know if I trust this guy. I mean, his voice was coming from over there and now here. What the hell?
Strange.
Like, I feel like I have to help if someone is hurt. I can't just ignore it.
Let's throw the whole fire hose down.
Get me the fuck out of here!
Does the voice have a particular accent or something to it that would help place it?
Sounds like somebody maybe in their, midlife. Doesn't sound like an old voice. Doesn't sound like a kid's voice.
Hmm.
Sounds like what you'd expect a soldier's voice to sound like. A little high pitched, but
I don't like how he gave them the hose, and I back up. I'm like, I have a bad feeling about this.
Yeah,
guys.
this is. I got the heebie-jeebies.
You think it's a
back up.
ghost? Come on, this guy's
Don't-
stuck.
I'm gonna die down here if you don't get me out.
Right, we're throwing a hose down.
Well, he doesn't answer. Like people that you try to help, they answer back. He's not answering us.
Okay,
That's
what else could it
freaky.
be? Come on, he's in a panic.
Yeah, the guy's in shock.
All right. Yeah. Well, you guys can help him. I'll be 20 feet behind.
You can watch from the observation room.
I pull out a
I
sledgehammer.
will look
Stealthily.
over. Well, I will use my flashlight to look over the edge.
Okay. It's the same. When you're looking down, you can't see anything. It's just dark down there.
Go searching for this fire hose.
Yeah, we'll get the fire hose.
How far down did we think this well was? Like, how long did
30
the
feet.
Okay.
Dear God, help me. Get me out of here. Get me the
All
fuck
right.
out of here.
We're coming.
Well, if he fell 30 feet, I mean, he's kind of, pardon the pun, but hosed. I mean, he's got to be busted up. How's he going to get out of there?
I don't know. We asked him if anything was broken. He didn't say anything.
We'll give him an exit strategy, and if he doesn't take it, then screw him.
One of us might have to climb down there.
Hell no. I won't
All
let
of
you.
a sudden, as you
Okay.
guys are remunerating what to do when you're heading towards the fire hose and all that, there is a sound. It almost sounds like a rush of air that suddenly grows in volume to the point where it becomes very nearly deafening. You have to throw your hands over your ears. It's this strange howling noise that fills the room. Everybody do power roll.
$90 failed.
They get a failure.
Failure 90.
I succeeded.
Success.
Okay, who failed? Just one moment then. Talk amongst yourselves.
So
Listen, you've been down there.
What is that
It's
noise?
too freaky. This doesn't make sense. There's a guy down there.
Is it a
no
continuous
way
noise,
there's
or was it
multiple
just one
persons.
burst?
I don't get it. It's
Could have been
He hasn't
another.
survived that long down there. I
And-
mean, last time, if he's been stuck down there this whole time,
and there's never anything good about military research facilities ever.
I mean, it could have just been somebody just like us.
And look at all those bodies. There's nothing good about this.
somebody just like us who can not eat or drink for God knows how long.
Is this guy controlling the leather?
How they can't control
What's
the weather.
going on?
This
Just want to go
does-
home now.
It's in
Yeah,
correct state.
I'm thinking this is not a good investment, guys.
All right. Well,
Doctor, you failed.
I
Felix, you
unfortunately,
failed.
Yep.
we gotta go rescue whoever this is.
Once we get him out,
So
we're getting the
I'm
hell
just
out of
taking
it.
the fire
Wait a minute.
hose.
I know that voice.
You do?
Dear God, help me, please.
We gotta do something.
Hey,
Yeah,
you're right. It does sound familiar. Jesus, how did he get here?
Who is it?
What the hell?
Yeah,
Wait, he wasn't with us. How did he
I'm
get
already unrolling the fire hose.
Holy
I
yo, geez, buddy. Yeah, we'll get you out. Don't
Yeah.
worry. Okay.
so I'm gonna help get the fire.
Yeah, let's lower the fire.
How did he
down.
get here? I thought
I don't. Maybe he followed us.
he told me
Prank or something.
he told me he had a convention.
Yeah, I don't know. You know, he's a prankster, man.
We
Maybe he
gotta
followed
help
us
him.
the whole time, and he was an idiot, and he fell down there.
What are you guys
Hold your
talking about?
horses. We'll get
Who's
you out.
down there?
Who do you think this is?
You know,
A friend.
No, I don't.
This
We're all
is
here.
Can you
Alright.
can you see
Rick,
the
he's a
fire
dentist.
hose we rolled down to you? Can you see
All right,
it?
I'm gonna start climbing down.
Are you well? Are you going
Tie
to
it
have
around
to?
yourself first.
You're going to have to disattach it from the fixture where it's.
Oh, then that's
like
easy
this.
enough to do, right?
I get close
Yeah.
to Clayton. I
And
grab
then,
it. I put my hand on his shoulder.
Are you going to tie it maybe onto the bars going around?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna tie it to a bunch of the different bars on the balcony because I don't just trust one of them.
Okay.
All right.
What are the rest of you doing?
Skip, are we just going to let them do this? This is kind of fucked up.
Wait a minute. If he's got like a broken leg or something, maybe we're gonna have to put him on something to pull him out.
Who?
well, we're not gonna
Who is
know
it?
what we're gonna do.
Well, we have to
What
see
about
what's going
what
on.
about we get a gurney or something and bring that over and like just take the top of it off and lower it down?
Well,
there?
I'm
we
gonna
need to
go
stay
down.
back.
You get a
Something's up with
gurney.
these
I'm gonna
guys.
assess him. So
Okay, all right. I'll get something to put him on. Okay, I'm
All
gonna
right,
go.
Yeah.
get
you with
might
me,
be-
Craig?
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
No, guys, you can't go down there. That's
I'm going down.
He's
I'm-
in trouble.
very
going over the rail.
No, I can't let you do that. You're gonna fall and break your legs.
I mean,
Second
seems
leg
sturdy
going
enough.
over the rail.
Clayton, Skip, and Jeremy do idea rolls.
I rolled a 3.
Nice.
It's an idea roll.
Oh, intelligence.
Oh, I'm sorry. Success.
Okay. So Clayton and Skip, their whole demeanor's changed. They're not acting like they were 5 minutes ago. They're
There's something's wrong. They're getting.
I think the gas got to their head.
after that screeching noise.
We gotta stop them. No, guys, no. I'm untying the hose. No.
I'm punching you in the head.
There'd be some kind of emergency
Oh,
rescue stuff around
Stop! What are
summer,
you
right?
doing?
Like
Walter, what are you
for
doing?
injured people.
If he
Wait.
tries to untie that or that hose, I will try to punch him in the throat.
All right, that's what's happening.
All right. So Walter said it first, I think. Walter's gonna try to hit you, Clayton.
Back off.
And he's doing it he's got a surprise roll because he's just hauling off.
Oh
them.
my lord, 03.
Oh shit!
So that's just the max
you
of 3 damage.
punch
You broke his
Clayton
nose.
right in the face. Do a damage roll for.
It's just 3 on extreme.
Okay, so he punches you and cracks you in the face. You fall over backwards because you weren't expecting.
This
it.
isn't a joke, man.
The fuck?
Skip, untie the rope.
what the fuck are you doing?
Don't untie the fucking rope. Christ
Clayton, give me your
alive.
gun. Clayton, give me your gun.
Actually, yeah, I've got a gun. I'm gonna. All right, I back up. All right, Jesus Christ, you're making me do this. Get
I
back.
don't want to.
Get back.
Wait, hold on. You said to get back.
Mm-hmm.
The hole's behind me, right?
Well, I don't know how you're standing, but
Yeah, you're
If the
standing.
hole's
You
behind
got
me.
your
you
legs
said
over
get
the rail.
back. I'm getting back into
Felix,
the hole.
Walter, and Craig are right up against the railing.
Skip, go ahead, untie the hose. I got you.
You
They're
wouldn't
gonna
fucking
punch
shoot me.
You're not
They're
going to
gonna punch
shoot me.
You're gonna
not
let
gonna
this guy
fucking shoot
die?
me.
You just cracked me in the head.
Yeah, because you were gonna.
Because you're gonna let someone die. You're crazy.
You were just
Skip,
saying that you wanted to
Craig, go.
just leave this guy.
Yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm going over the rail.
And I'll
He's not gonna
block.
shoot me.
I'll block him.
Oh, Clayton, there's no. If you shoot him anyway, we just have to let one of them go, and maybe if they get hurt, it'll scare the other 2 off. It seems like they can't be stopped at the moment.
All right, so Dr. Craig,
Well, he's down there.
you have gone over the rail. It's kind of difficult climbing down a rope, or in this case, a hose. Do a climb roll.
Oh God.
I got a 50. Come on.
I'm actually good at that.
56, but I'll spend 6 luck.
Okay, so you almost lose your footing, but you start to Are you going to kind of climb physically or slide down the rope a little?
I am going to. I guess if I'm going down the rope, I'll Iron Man it, like just like that.
Okay. So down you go. And after a second, as you're going down, everybody notices that you sort of go into the darkness. Said it again. And vanish from sight. As far as you're concerned, you go down, maybe 25, maybe 30 feet. The hose itself is probably 50. And when you get to the bottom, you're landing on a flat cement surface, it feels like. We'll get back to you in a second. Walter and Felix, what are you guys going to do?
Put the gun down, man.
This is a rescue situation. This isn't a situation to pull a gun on somebody.
I've still got my gun and I'm listening intently down the well, because if there's signs of a struggle or a fight, I'm cutting that hose.
I look to Jeremy. Are you with us or are you with them?
I think I'm with you guys at this point because I don't like this this change of heart.
Why are they acting like this? They're acting like he's not their friend either.
I'm gonna
Why would
turn
you do
back
this
and
to
I'm
him?
gonna yell down for Craig.
Not my friend.
Who is him?
Yeah, who are you talking about?
He's a friend.
Did you see him? Can you see him down there?
See, they can't even say who it is, so.
So,
Yeah, he's right here. Come on
This is-
down.
Okay, hold on. Is he injured?
so Dr. Noble, as you to the bottom and you land on the ground and you turn around, I'd like you to do a sanity roll.
Now we're cooking with gas. Let's do it. Where's my sanity? Oh, that's low. Okay. 46 under 60.
Okay. So as you turn, for a moment, you think you see somebody in the dark, sort of glowing, but that sort of vanishes, and you see somebody from college that you knew. And the person says to you loudly, get me the fuck out of here. With that same voice you've been hearing all this time. But you want to help.
Yeah, so I'll grab my flashlight and start moving towards him.
Is he injured? Do we need some
I
kind
can't
of
see
splint?
just yet. Give me a second.
Clayton, Skip, and Jeremy, what are you going to do? Are you still going to just let them?
Well, I'm still waiting to
You're still
hear
waiting.
what's going on down
Who
there.
is
I'm
it? I
expecting-
just keep. I don't know. Well,
You can hear Dr. Noble talking to someone, but the person is not talking back. They just keep saying, get me the fuck out of here. And
Right.
you start to notice that the inflection in everything that it says is always the same. Dear God, get me out of here. The next time it says it is still, Dear God, get me out of here.
This ain't right.
Yeah, I don't like this. Craig, get back up here. Come on.
Do I notice that it keeps it's like the same?
No,
or-
this is your buddy.
Okay, I'm going to keep going towards it.
It comes towards you and sort of wraps its arms around you like it's giving you a hug, like I haven't seen you in a long time, but all it says is, get me the fuck out of here. You figure if you tie the rope around it's not a rope, tie the hose around its waist, they could haul it up and then maybe send the rope back down for you.
Okay, yeah. So I'll tie it around them, and
Otherwise, by the way, this just seems to be a cylinder. You're inside. There's nothing on the floor but cement. Nothing on the walls but cement. They're all smooth.
Skip, this isn't right. Jeremy, this isn't right.
Yeah, I got him. Pull him up.
All right,
Okay, all
let's
right.
start pulling.
Let's do it. Okay,
What
the
do we
two
do?
of us.
No, we're not
You got it
pulling.
already.
You can't leave him down there. What
I'm
the hell,
pulling.
man? Help us out.
I'm pulling.
No, I got my hunting knife. I'm cutting the hose.
No, you're not. We
No.
can't. No, stop
Well,
that.
you can try, but
Stay away from
I
that.
think
Do I
Felix
notice?
and Walter are not going to.
I don't want you to. I don't
You
want you
can't
to
get him out if
dragged
you
down
cut the
there.
hose. Don't be an idiot.
So if we're going to have combat between, we're having PvP.
Clayton, let's just stay back and see what comes up out of that hole. Come on.
No, I got a really bad feeling about this. It's in
Yeah.
my gut. This isn't right.
So do I see him pull the knife?
You're
Yeah.
falling. You're pulling.
Yeah, but do I notice?
You notice if he comes towards you with it.
Okay. So what are we in Dex order or what's going on?
I'm trying to envision this. So you're kind of on you're hauling up. Clayton's coming up behind you. I guess Clayton is not going to be able to cut it before you try to stop him. So I'm just going to say do opposed brawl rolls.
Okay, then if he wants to cut this thing, I gotta wrestle the knife out of his hand. So it's brawl.
You guys can do.
But that
brawl
means I'm
rolls.
also not pulling.
I'll keep
You let-
pulling on the. I'll keep pulling on the thing. How heavy is our friend?
It's pretty heavy, like
Hey.
a full grown man. Heavy.
All right. So I won't let him slide. Then I'll make sure I brace so that he doesn't fall. Any
I'll
further.
spend one luck to make it hard.
I got a 30 out of 65.
Ooh, we're both hard.
So that's also a hard.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that you guys are suddenly grappling one another. But
What
neither
the
one of you
hell?
is accomplishing anything. So you guys are rolling around on the ground. Skip, Jeremy.
Gotta untie the damn thing.
Yeah, I'm gonna try and do that.
Don't. Here, help me get him out. Don't be ridiculous,
I'm gonna grab
What?
Felix.
Yeah,
buddy. Don't. We can't leave him. Look, we can't leave them both down
I'm
there.
trying not to like hurt him. I'm just like I come up from behind and kind of try to.
No,
hold
You're
no,
him.
gonna-
no,
you're gonna
no,
grapple him?
no,
Yeah.
no. Okay, I'm not going to push him in the hole because he's my friend too. But I'm pushing him away from me.
All right. So
Further into
Skip,
the room.
you roll grapple, and Felix, you are trying to fight him.
Yeah, I'm trying to find
Jeremy,
him,
get him.
but I'm not trying to hurt him.
I rolled a 70.
I made a successful brawl.
Okay.
Jeremy,
So
now's your chance.
Felix gives you a shove,
Yeah.
and Skip, you get pushed back rather severely by Felix. To
Don't.
Jeremy.
So I am going for that hose to try and get it unwrapped around the
Okay.
balcony.
Felix is trying to protect it.
Yeah,
Dr.
trying to
Noble
get-
down in the pit, you are getting angry because he keeps going up and down because they keep letting go of the hose. I'm sorry, Jeremy, you were saying something.
Oh, I was just I'm not trying to protect it. I'm trying to
No.
untie it.
Felix is trying to protect.
yeah. I'm not letting anyone do that.
He's already shoved Skip away, who moved too close.
He can't fend both of you off.
Where's Clayton's
Yeah.
gun?
Craig, come up. They're not. They're being idiots. We come back up. We need help.
You're gonna have to climb up and
If
wrestle.
Clayton, you can do a luck roll to see if you dropped your shotgun to see if Jeremy picks it up and grabs it.
I rolled a 95.
No, you dropped your shotgun. So Jeremy, yes, it's there lying on the ground.
Oh yeah, I'll go for it and I'll hold it up at the only one who's still trying to grab this rope or grab the hose is going to be Felix. So Felix, drop the hose.
You're going to shoot me when we're trying to save somebody? You crazy?
Skip,
That's-
untie it.
Craig, get up here. We need help. They're not going to let us raise them up. They're being kooky. They're
gonna-
lost their minds.
I'm going to hit him with it.
I'll punch you in the face if you try to hit me with it.
I'm trying to hit you with.
He said it first, so you're going to try to fight back. He's going to try to hit you with the butt end of the gun.
Okay, I'll make a brawl and
Let's
you make
brawl.
a
What
For
is
both
going
of you.
on up there? Pull him up.
That's a 008.
Is that
I missed
extreme?
my brawl check.
All right, he
That
hits
is
you
extreme.
right in the face with the butt end of the rifle. Do what is that? That's probably 1d4. You're not trying to kill him. You're trying to.
2 damage.
Damage.
All right, so probably breaks your nose, but it knocks you away from the rope.
Ugh.
And
Craig, they've
Noble.
gone crazy.
Doctor, the thing falls back down again. Dear God, get me out of here. I would like Dr. Noble to do a power roll. It's a combination because you're frustrated, and this is not.
That is a 12.
Ooh. Now that you're down here, you keep seeing like little flashes of blue light coming from your friend. You're not sure. I mean, it's almost gives you the impression like, you know, when you strike a match or when something flashes suddenly. But in those moments, it's not your friend. It's something else. But it keeps your brain keeps fighting against it. And then all of a sudden your willpower takes over. The illusion is shattered. And you see something that terrifies you. You can do a sanity roll.
There's an 85.
Ooh. Do a 1d6. Actually, you can, do a 1d6.
3.
3. Okay. What you see. Get back to you in just a second. Okay. The reason why is because if I show it, then everybody's going to see it. And I want you to. You're going to see it first, and then they're going to see it. But all right. So, Jeremy, what are you going to do? You've punched Felix in the face with your gun.
I'm untying that.
I'm not taking you on the vacation next year, man. You don't deserve it.
Okay. Do a dexterity roll to see if you can untie it.
Can I stop him? I mean, he has to put the gun down to do that, right?
He's knocked you back. I'll give you in a second. We'll see how he does.
I rolled an 80. I will spend the 10 luck to pass.
To untie it. All right. So you start rolling it back, and Walter and Felix, he's untying it, and he's about to drop it down into the well. What do you guys do?
I'm wrestling with Clayton. So
Yeah, we're gonna knock.
You guys are so,
I'm going to grab the end that is like sort of along there, so that once he unties it, it's not going to fall down.
Skip, help him.
Okay, I will say that when that happens, when Felix, you grab a hold of that thing, there's going to be a sudden plummet when it lets go, and I would like you to do a dex roll to see if you get flipped over the railing and drop down into the pit.
I've got an 80 dex, so this is yes, hard success. No, actually,
Okay.
extreme. I'm
So-
a ninja today.
So you manage to not get flipped over. You lock your arms, but you are now extended like this, holding on to the rope.
Don't let it go. Walter, help me. It's
Walter
gonna fall in.
Walter and Clayton, you're going to continue to brawl. Do another brawl roll. Winner
why are
gets
you
the
doing
punch.
this, man?
All right.
13.
All right. I spent 9 luck, but it's just a regular.
All right.
Okay, is
This
13
is
hard?
a hard. It's hard.
All right, so no point in spending the luck. Walter once again punches you in the face as hard as he can, which dazes you. And Walter, you can leap to your feet.
I wenched the knife out of his hand.
Okay.
Skip, what are you doing?
Walter, help. It's going to fall in. We got to tie it up again.
I mean, my next action will be to help, like, hold up the
Let's wrap
fire
it around the
hose.
railing again. Come on.
I don't know if I have the actions to do that.
Okay, yeah, you're on your way in that direction. Clayton, you've been punched in the face. Jeremy, you're getting back up. Skip.
I am not all for the put the rope down because I don't want to abandon Craig. Sorry, guys. I say I steady Felix.
Here, help me tie it up here.
We're not.
Okay.
I don't. Where's the gun again? Jeremy has it.
I think I had to drop it to
Yeah.
untie.
It's lying on the floor, but it's maybe 10 feet from where you're standing.
Craig, what's going on down there?
Can I
Craig's about to scream hysterical, but
Okay.
Can
I've
I
been practicing muted, just so you know.
Oh, okay, hold on.
can I grab the gun?
let's see.
I mean, they're all on the rope.
Right, yeah, you can. Walter's heading for the rope. Felix has got the rope. Sure, yeah. We'll say that both you and I think Skip are scrambling for the gun, which is over by Jeremy. So yeah, go ahead.
All right. Do I have it?
Yeah, you got it. But it's taken you that to grab it.
Okay.
I don't want to fight. I just think we need to get Craig out of there at this point. He might be mentally scrambled, but he's still our friend. I don't think a friend of ours is down there. So I think we need to help him from that. And
At this point, then, Craig screams hysterically.
Holy shit! Get me out of here!
Get me out of here, dear God, get me out of here. You hear the creature yell.
Craig, what's going on?
We need to get him out of here.
grab onto the hose, Craig.
So I'm scampering up this hose as best I can.
Okay, the hose is still tied to the thing.
No, it's untied.
No,
It's
tied to
untied from above, but it's
tied to the
still
creature.
tied to the creature.
I think
So
we
you're-
just climb it without the creature
Yeah, I mean, Walter.
because it's
I thought-
around the creature. And you
Yeah,
can
I'll
just
free.
climb it.
It's that or die. So I'll free climb it.
Do a luck roll.
30.
Okay. In terror, you're just sort of closing your eyes. You run forward and scramble over the back of whatever this thing is. Grab the rope and start going up. Walter, do a luck roll.
Pass 23.
You get to Felix just as there are now two bodies on the rope.
Oh.
And Felix is about to let go.
I'm trying to wrap it around the railing so it doesn't.
Well, now you can't because you'd have to lift both bodies up to wrap it around.
Oh
the railing.
shit! Okay, help me hold it. Help me hold it, Walter.
Before anything happens, there is suddenly, Dr. Noble, you're right there. This thing opens its mouth and this sound comes out. It's the same sound you heard before. This horrible, loud howling that comes up. Felix and Walter, you are not able to plug your ears when it happens, but I would like Clayton, Skip, and Jeremy to now do a power roll.
That is a failure.
It's a regular success.
That's a fail.
Oh boy. Skip and Jeremy, you suddenly have a change of heart. Yeah, that's your friend down there. You need to get him out. You need to help these guys get your friend out of the pit. Clayton, you're still fully in control of your mind.
Oh yeah, and Clayton.
And now they're all going to cooperate with one another.
well,
Except Dr. Craig is still screaming down in the pit.
so I had this. I prepared to my next action. I'm shooting the hose.
Okay. Now it's going to ricochet around the pit as well. But go ahead if you want to shoot.
All right, so I'm gonna get as close as I can to try to blast.
You'll
it.
have to do it from across the pit because now the four of them have congregated over there, trying to pull whatever it is out.
All right. Let me see what my skill is here. All right, I'm gonna spend the 5 luck to make it a success.
Okay. You fire the gun. The shot hits the hose and it hits the walls and it ricochets around, little sparks from where it hits the concrete. And it definitely punches a part of a hole through the hose, and you can hear that sort of fibrous ripping as you didn't quite sever it, but it is beginning to sever. And as just about this time, you can see Dr. Craig coming up out of the darkness, heading towards where it is ripping. But the rest of you, what are you guys are doing?
I will abandon the hose and like reach out to Craig.
And I'll grab onto Walter. And I'll grab onto the railing.
Okay.
I guess
Like I'll let him move over, but I'm going to hold on, brace him basically.
Now,
I guess I'll also drop and put. Oh, wait.
don't forget your friend down there.
Craig's the first person popping up, though.
Okay.
Yeah, hose is gonna go. We're gonna have to find another way.
We have to get them both up. Come
Yeah.
on, we have to do this fast before the rope breaks.
Okay. I think that's pretty easy. You grab a hold of Dr. Craig's hand. Dr. Craig, you're looking at them like they are you don't know what, but
Where's the other one?
the other one's still down there going, "Dear God, get me out of here." So you guys pull Dr. Noble up and over the railing. Now what are you going to do?
But we need to
Looking
find
for
something
another
else.
hose.
Yeah.
I'm gonna run.
There's got to be some rope or something better than
Craig,
that.
is he hurt down there? What's up?
What's going
He's
on?
running.
I'm not talking to anyone. I'm running.
Oh, he's going to have to get some rope or something, probably. Come on, let's find something.
All right, I'll run after him to help him.
All right. Well, it becomes very obvious to you, Walter, that Dr. Craig is heading for the door to get the hell
Hey,
out
where are
of the
you
whole
going?
facility.
It's like a glass door. I put myself through it, roll,
Like-
and keep going.
Like that.
Well, it's a big, gigantic steel door, is what it is.
You're gonna bounce.
Oh, you're at the
You're,
entrance.
you're going all the way back to the
And there's a
entrance.
storm.
Okay, so if
outside.
it's a big gigantic steel door, I'll still try to ram it. I'll bounce off of it, and then I'll rethink like, that was stupid, and I'll just open the door and keep going.
Okay.
Where are you
well,
going? We gotta help
You're
our
going
friend.
out into the snowstorm.
No. I'm just getting out of this area. I mean,
Okay. All right. Well, we were implying that you were going all the way back to the entrance to get the fuck out of the building.
I'm
But
going to go
if
back to the campsite.
You're going back to the campsite. Okay. Walter, do a luck roll.
Pass 25.
You find another hose down the hall.
Right. now we can help our
Clayton.
friend.
It seems like everything's going to fucking hell around you, all these people. Their only concern at the moment is to get their friend out of the pit.
Well, I'm gonna take they dropped the hose, so
No, that's no good. Yeah.
I mean, is there a way that I can? They all left the room, didn't they?
I don't think so. I think that Walter did and Dr. Noble did.
Aren't they all looking for rope?
Are you all?
Yeah, I'm gonna help go out and look, see if I can find something.
I think I was staying to check on the our friend.
Yep. Protect your friend at all costs.
Okay.
Clayton, you also tend to realize that they all changed when that
Yeah.
thing howled.
I'm gonna maybe tear off some bits of clothes and not asking nicely. I'm gonna put it in I'm gonna start putting it in people's ears. but covering their ears.
What are you doing? Help us!
Hoping that
Help
if I
us!
can cover his ears just for a moment, maybe that's enough to do something. I'm not sure. I don't know how this works.
Yeah, doesn't seem to do anything when you try that.
How do I? Gosh.
There's a bit of a sound of rushing wind, and the thing is howling again, and then boom, there is that tremendous howling coming from the pit.
If that's happening, I'm gonna do this.
Plug your ears. All right, I will give you a bonus dice, but roll your power roll.
Yeah, that's a success.
All right, so you manage to block it, but you feel the tug. You feel the mental tug towards protect me is what it feels like. The rest of you just feel more like you really need to.
Yeah.
Jesus.
I'm urgently looking for a rope, or maybe I find Walter he's got something. But...
Walter comes running back with the hose.
Oh, okay, great.
I've got the hose. Let's try.
Great. Let's try
Dr.
again.
Craig, when you can hear distantly that thing howl, you throw your hands up over your ears, and you know that it's in this facility, and you can surmise that whatever it is, they abandoned this facility and left it here.
I gotta get be very specific, my actual friends out.
Well, and make sure that thing doesn't get out, whatever it is.
Yeah, so I will make my way back. As I'm coming back, is there anything I can use to non-lethally incapacitate people?
You're a medical doctor. If you could get to the medical facility, but you'd have to go past them or around them. Maybe there's a way around. There's definitely stuff in there that you could make chloroform or something like that.
Okay, I'll try that.
All right. We're just going to assume that you're going to manage to get around them and avoid that area, but it's going to take you a few rounds to get there. All right, Walter's come back with another hose. Clayton.
All right. I'm going to take what's left of that bottle of whiskey that I had in my coat and make a Molotov cocktail out of it. Light it and drop it down the well.
Okay.
What the fuck is he doing?
Well, it takes a couple of seconds to do that. What are you guys going to do?
Are you trying to set our friend on fire or something? Are you crazy? Clayton?
I'm on the other side of the well from them.
Right.
Okay, I'm going to start to walk around, try to stop him before he does this. You guys deal with the rope.
Yeah, I'll keep going with the rope.
You can't set him on fire. Are you nuts?
All right, I'm not going to let him get close to me. And if he does, I'm going to pivot to raise my gun at him.
Are you
I'm going to follow around the other side.
Yeah. Skip, Jeremy, Walter, Felix, you can't allow him to harm your friend.
That's right. I think we've been a little too gentle. I pick up the axe.
You've
I
got
start to walk towards Clayton.
Do I think I have enough time to finish this?
Maybe. I mean, they're coming at you from both directions.
Yeah, I'll try to tackle him before he makes or throws it.
Get him, Felix.
Don't make me do this, Clayton.
All right, if they're rushing towards me,
You'll do what you can. How are you going to light it?
I'm sure I have a Zippo or something.
Okay. Dr. Craig, you have managed to get to the lab. There are still bottles of chemicals. You managed to put together some chloroform and managed not to pass out when you've done it. You can hear them yelling at each other in the facility.
Okay, so I'm going to go back towards them. And if I come into the room and I see Walter with an axe. I'm going to go for him first.
Okay.
I'm going to attempt to like flying Superman chloroform him. Like I'm running, and then I'm just going to jump and just instead of like a Superman punch, it's a Superman chloroform. Like right.
Well, none of them are paying attention to you. They're paying attention to Clayton.
Yeah, I'm like dead focused on
So
Clayton.
it's just like I'm coming at you like, yeah, go to sleep.
Okay. All right, do a grapple roll. You can't really oppose it,
right?
Yeah, just regular. Oh, you should have fighting brawl.
Oh.
And I can't oppose you because I'm not paying attention.
You're not paying attention.
Okay.
I don't think you need to oppose me with this. Let's see.
Not much of a fighter.
Not much of a bedside manner.
My skill is 25. I rolled a 31.
Spend luck.
I'm just going to spend luck.
Spend the 6.
Yeah.
All right. So he comes up behind you, Walter. Before you sort of react because you don't expect a hand around your mouth. You take a big breath, and you barely have time to set down the axe before you conk down onto the ground. None of you care about Walter. You just care about your friend. So Clayton, you've seen them knock, at least Walter. You know that Dr. Noble's on your side.
Yeah, so I'm going to, now that Walter's down, I'm going to continue what I'm doing and lighting it, but also like...
Well, I'm trying to tackle you before you do that shit. Like, I'm not going to let you do it.
All right, you can try to tackle him. Grapple.
Okay,
Clayton,
grapple.
you can try to dodge if you want.
Okay.
So that's brawling.
Or kick.
Hard success on the brawl.
All right, I did not pass my dodge.
Okay. I will have you do a luck roll, though, as well. Clayton, as Felix slams into you, we'll have you do a luck roll to see if your Molotov falls over the edge into the pit.
So I rolled a 19 on my luck. That's a success. Hard success.
Okay. So you hit him, and in fact, the was it Jack Daniels? I forget.
Sure, Jim Beam, Jack Daniels.
Jim Beam. It rolls off the edge into the pit. You hear it smash into the ground. There is the buildup and another super howl coming from down in the pit. But this time, it has an almost repulsory feel for Clayton and for Dr. Noble. And the sound is loud enough that Walter, it kind of wakes you up. But you don't realize you don't understand why you've been doing what you've been doing in the last 20 minutes. Everything is danger all around you, and you don't know what you were thinking. There couldn't be your friend in the pit. That's insane.
Well, if I'm awake, then
you're probably also realizing that something's mind controlling some of you.
I'm gonna instantly cover my ears and wince.
Okay.
As he's doing that, I would like to. I imagine myself kind of running along behind him. I want to try and scoop up the axe, and I don't realize that he's not with us anymore yet.
Right.
But I am going to go running towards Clayton with the axe in hand.
If I see that, I'm going to tackle him.
Okay. So Jeremy, that makes sense. You're running towards Clayton. Walter, do a brawl.
No! 36. That's a pass.
Do I
What
need
a
to
beautiful
do
mess.
it? I don't get to dodge, or do I?
You can try to dodge. Maybe you looked back and saw him suddenly leaping at you.
No, it's a fail.
Okay. So Walter, you dive, you grab his legs, he falls forward with the axe.
Oh, we've been tricked. Did he let go of the axe?
Well, he'll give you Jeremy a luck roll. See if you let go of the axe.
see. I do let go of the axe.
Okay, so the axe skitters ahead of him onto the ground towards Clayton.
Like, kick it off, kick it over.
Yeah, well, I'm being brawled, so I don't know if I can.
Right. So, Dr. Noble, what are you going to do? You gassed one. Who are you going for next?
I just want to say, in all the chaos, I'm starting to move closer to the rope, and I'm beginning to make a move to go over the edge to climb down.
Oh, okay. All right. So, who are you going for, Dr. Noble?
I'm sorry, I was muted. I was like, do I see him? Because I feel like I just want to throw a brick at him at this point. Like, we got to get out.
I'm like pulling my pants up, getting ready to put the leg over the railing.
Because he's behind me, and I wouldn't think, like...
No, you're probably running towards the conflict between Clayton and Felix.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm going to try and gas Felix.
Okay. Felix and Clayton, you guys are you brawling? Clayton, you can see the doctor running towards the two of you, and you know what he's planning because you just saw him do it with Walter. Let's have the two of you do a brawl roll, and we'll assume, Clayton, that if you win, you're going to at least push Felix to the point where Doctor can knock him out.
Let's see. Do I have enough?
Regular success.
I'm going to spend the 20 points of luck that I need to make
Okay.
that success.
So you sort of push Felix away and you're holding him up like this so that the doc can
Don't hurt our friend.
douse him.
Yeah, so, like, it turns into, like, a chloroform deadly death drop as I get the rag in his face.
Okay. Skip. You've put the rope over and you're going to climb down?
Yes.
Okay.
I remember the times we had at our frat. I'm coming for you, man. Come on. And I slide down fireman style.
Okay. So Skip slides down into the darkness.
Fourth
Fourth time. And Skip, when you hit the bottom,
Hey, buddy.
all the excitement, has been going on. The adrenaline is pumping. Your heart is racing. You turn around and do a power roll.
I want to burn luck on this one.
Success. What you see is not your friend. What you see is a glowing blue creature with a horrific face and huge, prodigious claws. And it looks at you and says, "Get me the fuck out of here!" And starts moving towards you.
I go like this, all scared, and I do it so fast that all my secret supply of Slim Jims flies out of my sleeve into its face.
You'd also do a sanity roll.
Yeah. And then let me see if I succeeded that. I succeeded that. How many on a success?
1d4.
Okay. I said, I scream. I don't really want to scream right now, but I scream, "Oh my fucking God." And I start trying to clamber up the ropes that I just slid down. You
start to clamber up the ropes pretty well because your adrenaline is now through the roof and up you're going, but very almost grabbing a hold of one of your legs. This thing grabs a hold of the rope and starts to pull itself up right behind you.
Guys, it's coming.
You guys see Skip coming up out of the darkness, and you're all sort of, something inside you is sort of snapping. You are waking up from this horrible moment. If you felt like this was your friend, this is something else. Skip gets to the top, clambers up and over the railing, and right behind him is coming this thing. Now I'll show you what it is that you're seeing coming up out of the pit.
Ew. That's a face for radio.
Is the green the Slim Jims I threw in his forehead?
No. But there are little sparkles of lightning all around its body, and it's glowing this blue. It seems to be composed almost out of lightning as it's now climbing out of the pit.
Can I grab the axe and run and try to cut it?
Sure.
Cut the rope, or cut the hose, excuse me.
Yes.
Okay, what do I need?
Just what is it? Fighting brawl.
Well, done all I can do. That's a 74. So I'm just going to sit in the corner.
You you bring the axe down, but it hits the metal of the pole instead of the rope. What are the rest of you going to do?
I still have the knife, Clayton's knife, so I'm gonna try and cut the hose.
Am I conscious? Like, I don't know what happened after the chloroform.
Well, yeah, you're kind of dazed.
Okay.
But you're also back in your right mind.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh shit! In that case.
So Skip's up, right, and now I'm just gonna cut the hose.
Okay. Now, when you're doing that, you're going right over to where the creature is heading.
I have to.
Do a luck roll.
Okay. 16.
Okay.
Baseball slide.
So just as the creature is reaching up to grab a hold of the edge of the pit, you cut the thing, and it suddenly disappears back into the darkness, and you hear it hit with a thud down, and then it bellows once again, high-pitched, terrifying. I would like you all to do power rolls, but with a bonus dice.
Should I? Because I just recently, do you want, because I don't really know trend or.
Yeah, do the same.
We're good. We got an O2.
Yeah, I got it.
Yep.
34.
Well, I double failed, so.
You
bonus
failed.
dice.
You failed? Okay. You all are aware of the horror. You're all terrified, except all of a sudden Skip turns around and he's like, no, we needed to get it out of the pit.
No.
No.
It wants out. It wants to get out.
No shit, it wants to get out, Skip.
I have snacks for it.
Yeah, I think I know where there's a fireman's ladder. I saw it back this way. Come help me get it.
Okay.
Let's go.
Sure.
And I wink at you guys when I do that.
I turned towards Craig. You got any more of that stuff?
He probably does. Does Dr. Noble want to try to chloroform Skip?
Is the shotgun still on the ground?
Yeah.
Could I put some shots into the rope?
No, I sliced it.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, I'm gonna chloroform the shit out of Craig.
All right. So you slap the cloth over Skip's face, and he passes out, struggling. We got to save it. We got to get him out.
I'm like, don't struggle.
Now you guys are all in your
Okay,
right
buddy.
mind. You're all out. The rope
Yep.
is cut. What the hell do you do?
I don't want to.
Leave.
I don't want
Blow
to
it the
stay in
fuck
this
up.
place. I don't want to stay in this place. Let's go back outside, guys.
You gotta
If,
wait
we,
up.
if we're near the door, maybe you can't get us. We'll all keep each other accountable. Let's all tie ropes.
Can we
to
plug our
ourselves.
ears for the night then, or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the fact is it's going to keep howling and howling and howling.
We gotta
in the
get out of
hopes
here.
that it's going to capture your will.
I think if we really want to, fuck with this thing, we just take all the heavy desks and just dump it into the pit. On
So
top
then they
of its
don't
head.
climb out on top of it.
Yeah.
We don't want that.
Yeah, maybe we can hit it once.
If you can't get out of the pit, So, or it would have gotten out of the pit.
Oh, okay.
I think we
Yeah.
should just wait out the storm and then just hike out of there. Just clog our ears and then just wait till the storm has passed enough and just get out of here.
Yeah.
All right. So if you plug your ears with something, you don't get taken. However, that thing howls and howls and howls and howls desperately all night, occasionally yelling, "Get me the hell out of here!" Yes. But you guys resist it and you leave. We'll assume that you try to push the door back closed.
Is there any way we can make an avalanche to bury this thing again?
Well, there's not really any avalanche that would hit right here, but I mean, I already told you that when you guys were outside. I'm gonna do a luck roll.
I mean, it'll also.
It's only gonna cover it until spring.
Oh,
Yeah.
there's no point then.
Let's just get out of here.
Yeah, let's get out of here, but we don't want anyone else to come back to this place.
Not our problem. Let's get out of here first. We can figure that out later.
Okay, all right. Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
This vacation is a wash,
Superheroes.
guys.
And so yeah, you don't have your ski vacation. You guys get back
No.
as fast as you can and
No.
Fuck
get the
that.
hell out. And I guess then the prologue is: do you tell anybody or do you just?
If I know anyone who knows about weird shit and how to deal with it, I will tell them. But if I don't,
Okay. Well, then that's the end of our story. And you are, I think, the first group that didn't let it out.
really, yeah! All right. It's because we were stuck together as bros for most of it.
So, I mean, you pretty much have the story that the government was trying to do weather control and they had captured this creature and they were trying to figure out if they could use it to control the weather, because the creature actually can control the weather. It's an avatar of Ithaca. And so that's why the snow, the ice, the lightning, and all that. And all it wanted to do was get out. But when they realized that everything was going to hell in their facility and the thing could control minds, they simply sealed this facility up and left. They couldn't risk going back in there. There had been an old road coming up here, which they used for access, but that's been long since buried and abandoned and gone back to nature. This is probably also my favorite example of naming your scenario, because it's called
Oh, what a tip off.
I'm like,
That's terrible.
really? So it turns into the ski trip, which is a much better name for it. And I am sorry it took a little bit longer. I thought that it might take longer because we had so many people playing.
Yeah,
Usually
that's fine.
adds. So anyways, let me go ahead and do you have any questions?
So that
Oh, that's
roar at the
excellent.
beginning wasn't a baby, wasn't a bunny mom. It was did that gunshot really piss off the monster? Is that what that's from?
It definitely probably alerted it. You guys were making enough noise that, it kind of came out of hibernation. It had been down there. The things that it would say to you were the things that a couple of these guys said when they fell into the pit,
Right.
and it was mimicking them. That's why it kept saying the same things over and over again.
Was there any way to actually banish it or get rid of it, or?
Well, if it had gotten out, it would have gone back to what it is. Think of it as a nature spirit or whatever. But the mountains of wood would have been, there would have been devastating blizzards and devastating freezing cold and all of that, something that happened a long time ago. It was the reason why the army figured out that one of these things was in the area and they tried to capture it, and they did. But
So if we had let it out, would it have harmed us?
the second it's actually out of the pit, you become unimportant. It would not have harmed you unless you had gotten in its way, in which case it would have just flattened you against the wall or electrocuted you or whatever, which has happened in the other games where in horror, you're all standing there, and it's like, you're standing in front of the door. You know.
So in the other games, did anyone actually shoot anybody or anything?
I can't remember. I think they did. They went a little nuts because you guys were actually kind of mild. I wanted to make it seem like this is the most important thing in the world. We will protect it under any circumstances and kill everybody who gets in our way.
Oh, see, I didn't get the sense I was supposed to be murderous. Just like my friends are acting like idiots. Not.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were being controlled by it for its own purposes. Anyway, it's an interesting. It's just a one pager.
Oh,
so it's that's all there is to it. Go ahead and finish up.
So
Our
what was
players.
that guy's name? Oscar? I forget. What was the dude we met in the woods?
Oh,
Carl.
that was Carl Olson.
Was he just did no connection? He's just a random side character. Is that
he was secretly a Sasquatch, wasn't he?
Okay.
No, he was just a roly-poly bear of a man. Our players included Alex Sun, Dandopoulos, Joseph Clay, Liam Gorman, Chance Wooten, and Troy Lehman, with yours truly as the keeper of the secrets. We have a Discord server where you can chat with other members, you can set up private games, and you can learn the finer arts of gameplay and game mastering. If we provide audio-only versions of our shows free for you to download from Podbean or iTunes. If you'd like to help support our show, please visit our Patreon account. Just $1 a month helps us a lot. Like, share, and subscribe. Like, share, and subscribe to our channel, and punch the bell icon for updates on our latest shows. And leave us some comments. We enjoy reading them and answer any questions you might have. This is Thom Raley, together with all the members of our gaming club, inviting you to journey with us once again into the darkness for another adventure into the universe of H.P. Lovecraft and the Call of Cthulhu role-playing game. Until next time, good luck, good gaming.